Oh my goodness, hailing frequencies open! I'm sorry. We had a sound issue there and I had to take advantage of it. Pigs in space!
Yeah. Two things really gone to your head, man. After we're gonna do this show.
Yeah.
He wasn't already the god of this world.
No one else. I get an echo.
I get it. So yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, we're running a little late tonight. We had a little bit of technical issues, but we were setting up my new sweet ride here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Who's punning ride? Somebody's punning ride in chat, right? Somebody's punning ride?
Oh,
It was you. You
like
did.
one
right?
person.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyway,
Whole
so
chat.
yeah, welcome to Shield of Tomorrow, our Star Trek RPG show here on Geek and Sundry Live. And yes, indeed, I have this snazzy new setup here made by Ian, one of the guys who works here at the GNS studio. Yeah. Ian built. This was a project of passion. Like he just did this for me, just cause. Everyone kind of noticed that Jackson had his podium for Vast, and Matt has that sweet rad table and the GM screen and stuff like that. And I was kind of just using a wobbly bookshelf and two bookshelves that were set up next to it with a black cloth thrown over it. And Ian decided to take advantage and use his considerable talents, and he actually constructed this off of the all the visual specs from Voyager. So this is actually the same dimensions and shades and everything else like that. So this is an actual sort of small replica.
I feel like you could put like a
Voyager's.
keyboard behind there and start playing some sweet tunes.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Bring out
Say
some
it
Bill
like
and
there
Ted
isn't
like
one
style
already.
80s
You don't
rock.
know what's behind that screen,
That's
Bonnie.
true.
Get some
Do you
Casio
have a
going
keyboard
here.
back there?
What's that?
Do you have a keyboard back there?
I wish
You never
I did.
ask what's behind the screen.
I know, yeah.
So now you have the best podium.
I have the best podium.
Not that we're competitive.
Eat your heart out, Mercer. Mine
Not
lights up.
competitive, but if we were, we'd win.
So let's go ahead and jump into announcements. Thank you everybody for being patient with us. I know we're kind of running behind tonight. So our first announcement, let's just go ahead and get this one over with. Our playthrough has been rescheduled. Yay! Did not see that one coming. Reaching out to the folks over at Star Trek Online, it's rescheduled for a really cool reason. So we can't announce anything just yet, but I can tell you that it is coming up very soon. But
Just be
we're
ready
still,
at any given time.
yeah, you guys just be
play along.
be waiting by your live streams, and we'll send out the ping. But we'll definitely give shout outs on Twitter and whatnot and let you guys know when it's happening. But it's gonna be pretty rad. We're actually setting up. This one's gonna be a little structured. And it'll be good. Yeah, we'll have some. What is that facial expression, Sam?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So that's for the play along. That'll be happening soon, hopefully.
Can you say, like, roughly speaking, like, what month?
Yes, it'll be December for sure.
Cool.
I can say that it's not gonna because we ran up too close to the Thanksgiving holiday now, so we're gonna do early December. So I know we just keep pushing it back. So I'll see you in December when we reschedule again, guys.
December 2018. We'll see you guys then.
2018. See you guys there. All right. Of course, as always, I shall always give a shout out to Anovos for our rad uniforms. We might have another uniform coming in next week.
For who?
For our officially permanent crew member, Gina DeVivo, who is forever on Shield of Tomorrow now.
I feel a reasonable way about that. Sorry. I was all up in your personal space.
Yeah.
On behalf of all of us. You're welcome to violate my personal space anytime.
Let's see, what else? Of course, we do not have Eliza tonight. Hopefully Eliza is watching from home or possibly in the chat harassing everybody with Logic. So Eliza, feel free to harass our watch-alongs with Logic.
Logically
Harassment's
harass
logical.
them.
Logically, yes. Herogic? No.
Yep.
Can't
There's a
combine
reason that doesn't
Yeah,
work.
it doesn't work. Then in this, yeah, good point. Let's see, what else announcements? Just that Modifius, there are tiles. One of the things that I noticed on the Modifius website is the GM screen, all of the board cube, all of that stuff is now available. So I don't know if anyone's been keeping tabs on that, but you can actually purchase that stuff from the website. I just bought another. They're doing okay. I just want to give a shout out to Modifius because they're doing something really rad. You can now buy dice individually instead of getting them in the pack. So I ended up buying 2 more D20s and 5 action dice. So now I have handfuls of action dice and D20 Star Trek dice.
I can get like almost enough dice
for
like,
melee. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, so that's one of the things they're doing now, and so you of course buy them in any of the department colors. So I recommend it because, and they're not expensive. So I recommend it because if you get one pack, sometimes it's not enough when you're throwing down like Sam. So get them, or if you're like me and you're setting them up against a board cube with Norville Nash at the helm, which.
So it begins.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. It was gonna be me or Hector. I decided to jump on it.
Admiral?
Admiral
Nash?
Norwell, yeah. Not Cap.
Wow.
There's no real Captain Norwell Nash.
Yeah.
There's just an Admiral.
Admiral who?
Norwell Nash.
Right.
Although I think there might be an Ensign Norwell Nash out
Oh,
there.
yeah, one of those kind of
Sam,
things.
how do you
Yeah.
feel about Ensign? Is that like a? Oh no, okay.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna be easy on the Ensign.
Simon
Yeah.
didn't say. Simon didn't say.
Ensign's got a
Well,
whole
Ensign.
career. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're good to go, unless anybody has any announcements that they want to make.
Chris's game tomorrow.
What?
Chris's game tomorrow.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Denova. Yes, that's right. Okay, so hold that thought. Real quick, before we jump into the final announcements. So tomorrow night, Talks Machina is going to be off the air. We are doing a special one-shot of Numenera tomorrow night, which is an RPG I have been dying to get on this channel, as Sam can attest. I've been talking about it since TBD days when I was running Doctor Who. I really... What's that? Numenera, yeah. It's a Monty Cook
Yeah.
game. It's one of the most beautiful RPGs, and in my opinion, one of the most underrated RPGs out there. It's just not... It's fabulous, and they just finished one of their Kickstarters, and I am very lucky because I get to play in it tomorrow, so I'm so grateful. It's finally happening.
So happy for you.
I'm so happy.
Yay!
But our own Chris Lockey, our social media manager, is going to be running it.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
So Chris is going to be filling in. He's going to be running it. So just check the Geek and Sundry Twitter account. We got a full cast list of the folks that are showing up. I will say that Kelly, who has been running our Tales from the Loop game, will be playing tomorrow. So we're finally going to get to see
Sweet.
Kelly as a player. It'll be kind of nice.
It's gonna be great.
And
Yeah.
speaking of RPGs, if
Yes.
you guys missed it yesterday on Saving Throw, we did a Mad Max. And Xander and I were guesting on it, and it was so like my side hurts tonight from laughing so hard yesterday. So go and check that out. I
Go to sick bay.
think they posted it.
So
I
go
will
to
not go to sick
Saving
day. I
Throw
feel
and
fine. I feel
witness her.
fine.
An amazing crew, y'all. Long time, less than 3 humans will recognize Katrina Dennis, and of course
Oh,
Vince
yeah.
Queso. It was a great table.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
were
it was
amazing.
so funny. I was dying. We didn't get Xander and I didn't get the you don't have to dress up in costume memo. So as we were getting ready to leave, Rick was like, you guys don't have to be in costume, and we're in full makeup and Mad Max.
We saw the picture.
Oh yeah,
I am
but
never
luckily
gonna
for
tell the
us,
library
everyone
parts.
else did too. So we were like,
good.
okay.
I am
Rick
never
said
gonna...
one by one that he told everyone they didn't have to dress up, and one by one everyone decided to dress up anyway.
Yeah, well, I told him, I was like, if you ever invite the library bards to any type of game or event,
Yeah.
we will show up in full costume. Just
That's
expect it.
That's you can't, you've got to specify,
Exactly.
don't craft.
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah, you have
don't
to,
build this.
You have to,
Some ladders
you have
in
to.
my apartment. You
There-
guys.
there
Oh
was a
yeah,
thing,
I will
and
be
was
coming
like, oh,
as a ladder.
so many prop ideas, and they were like,
Have rungs.
You're building an Intrepid. You're playing an Intrepid class starship. That's great. I just finished learning metallurgy, so I'm going to build one for you.
Yeah, we
No,
actually
Gina.
have
No,
to tell
no,
Gina,
Gina.
no, don't build an
don't
entire
build.
ship.
Don't build it. We don't have a permit for that.
Please do.
Pay my hand
Build the ship.
Burbank PD will be very angry if they see a football field long starship constructed here in downtown Burbank.
I'll be excited.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Sorry.
right.
Better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
fair. Was there any other announcements?
Yeah,
that
just
I
one
feel
more.
like- Yeah. Yes.
Admiral Nash.
Yay!
I'm so glad my captain has my back and is supporting me and loves me. And so I had an announcement.
Yes. Fire away.
I'm excited!
Oh.
Yay!
Oh.
Yeah,
Huh.
I
Yeah.
know, it's surprising.
I see it. I
'cause
see
I'm
it. I
not
can
usually
see it.
excited, but I'm really excited.
All right, we're gonna jump into the game. We're excited, so we'll be right back. Welcome back. And we are ready to start off tonight's episode of Shield of Tomorrow. The Way is Shut, Part 3. We had a hell of a cliffhanger last episode. So we'll go ahead and do a quick recap. You guys have entered into an asteroid field deep within Klingon territory in an attempt to dodge being noticed. You've done a hell of a job, all of you, laying low and managing to keep out of harm's way. Specifically, one Ensign Lark Sage, who has been piloting in a way that Han Solo would envy.
Hero.
That's my best Chewbacca, but it was really bad.
That's your Chewbacca?
Yeah, that was.
Wow.
Yep, I'm into it.
I think I. Sorry, I had something in my throat. My bad. I will never do Chewbacca.
Cream soda?
Yeah, I did.
I was going to say, you have to have the capacity to actually sound bad, Bonnie, to do a Chewbacca, so you can't, you're not
Oh wait, that was a compliment.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
a backhanded compliment.
Oh, ouch.
No, ow.
Ouch, that felt so good.
A front-handed insult?
Yeah, yeah, what? Sam is sending me into an existential crisis. Like, what? Oh God, life! No.
Yeah, you're
No, we're playing track.
The meme with
Distance
the
matters.
math.
Right. So, ducking into an asteroid field before we lost Amy to the giggles.
Sorry.
We managed to.
An insult. So good.
Okay. All right. let's
Okay,
keep
and
working
moving
this
on.
out
And
now.
moving on.
And,
Here we go. And
we're in danger. We're in danger.
death.
So we left off with y'all hiding in this asteroid field. Not only was some impressive piloting done to get the hell out of the way of these asteroids, but some impressive calculations using Sally's incredible sensor suite to plot a course through a previously uncharted asteroid field to the other side, getting you closer to the borders of the Shackleton Expanse, where supposedly there is a Galaxy-class starship ready to intercept and come to your aid should they need to. Unfortunately, fate had different plans as that mysterious anomaly known as the Pull grabbed the entire asteroid field and began to pull it.
Pencil snap for physics.
Yes. The laws of the physics kind of went out the window yet again as this mysterious anomaly took place once more around the Sally ride, causing an unbelievable amount of disruption in space. Now, as I remember telling you, this asteroid field, while the length y'all are traveling isn't necessarily this large, the size of the asteroid field in total is a whopping 2 light years. So this entire asteroid field was shifted is incomprehensible, but it did happen. I'm picturing the equations gif around Sam's head right now, like just popping up.
You originally said it was a half light year across, so is it 2 light years long?
Yes.
Okay.
The dimensions, as of course being in 3-dimensional space, are different from edge to edge. But the length, the distance, you guys are not traveling 2 light years through an asteroid field. In other words, it's more of like the entire circumference of this asteroid field.
4 years.
What's that?
That'd take 4 years.
Yeah, that would be a very slow, very stressful journey for poor Lark. That's a lot of staying up on the bridge.
It's a lot of cream
Staying in
soda.
that cot for 4 years is going to be tough. Get the cream soda ready. So on top of all of that, though, there was also the incidents that were taking place down in the cargo bay. As if I remember correctly, there has been some activity with Ginny Plantface. Ginny has begun to display cognition and emotional intelligence and responsiveness to the presence of life forms, in particular Dr. Throllo, and also responding to the singing of one Mala Ren. The shuttle systems were relaying back. There's no conclusive evidence that the life form is actually trying to communicate. It's entirely possible that the systems inside the Orion shuttle were simply recording and repeating and looping because the light fixtures seem to be the only thing to indicate an actual sort of agitation. But it is not something you can rule out, which is why there's a handy hypothesis system that we haven't used in a while. But yeah, so there was that going on with Ginny Plantface, and of course the big cliffhanger is when everyone decided to retire by order of the captain. The captain was visited by somebody in his quarters. A tall man, about 6 feet tall, with short curly hair and a red TNG uniform, with a big smile on his face and 4 pips on his neck, who accused you of moving the entire asteroid field. And that is where we begin tonight's game. In Martinez's quarters, staring rather gobsmacked at this man who's looking at you with a critical, almost scornful gaze as he is just materialized inside your quarters about 5 feet away from your bed.
Am I in my bed?
Yes, you had just... Oh, no. You're sitting in your bed. You were just taking off your uniform.
So it's still on?
Yeah, it's unzipped, but yes.
Okay, alright, well then. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of bed.
Okay.
Keeping my eyes on this man. Step towards him.
Okay.
I imagine I have like... Do I have like jammy pants on or like still...
No,
my,
you were
like-
still in your uniform. You were literally sitting down in your bed.
Oh,
and
gotcha,
sort of
gotcha.
like...
So even my shoes...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hadn't engaged in a full Mr. Rogers yet. You
Yeah,
were
yeah.
still just sitting down and...
was interrupted
Yeah.
by
You hadn't taken
neighbor.
off your shoes yet.
Cosmic neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stare at this man and go... Q. Right?
Oh, you've heard of me. Jean-Luc must be talking about me. I don't blame him. There's much to say. And you must be...
God, I don't want to do this right now. I can't do this right now, guy. What is it that you want? What
I
do
want
you
to know what it is you're doing to the atmosphere of several different worlds, including the entire gravitational constant of this part of the galaxy.
You're a being from an incredibly intelligent, superior race on another plane of existence, and
All
you
true.
don't know what's going on. I know more than you.
All I know is that this ship has been at the center of every major cosmic event since it has begun. It's not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
So, let's have a chat. And you blink into existence at a cafe in what looks like France in the late 1700s.
Okay, all right. I can't do this right now, guy. Okay.
He is dressed up and as a French nobleman with a white curly wig and the sort of like powdered like face, and he's sipping what must be tea as you see peasants running by screaming and carrying torches. He says, "Don't you just love France? Favorite time of year. Oh, look, they're about to have a public execution.
Really?
It's the smear on the blade that always gets me excited."
What
Not
do
really.
you want, Q?
I'd like to know what it is that the Sally Ride has been up to, specifically why it is that you've been at the center of every major cosmic event when this anomaly takes place.
I don't buy it. I do not buy it. I'm not buying what you're selling, man. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. There's no way that the first time I come across a Q, or I'm sorry, Q of the continuum, right? Of the you're just Q.
You seem well read.
Yeah, I am, because what we're hearing isn't coming from the lips of your obsession, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, but now it has become standard issue across Starfleet. Every
Is
captain.
that so?
Yes, man. Because you are incredibly powerful, and apparently, I don't even know why I'm drinking this French tea. I'm not.
You should try it. When was the last time you were at France in the 1700s? It's delightful. Oh, look. There goes his head. And he begins to sip the tea as you hear, "No, please, monsieur." Like the crowd roaring in the background.
It lasered off.
I don't know if this is an illusion or if you actually have sent us back in time on Earth. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? But what I know is I don't buy you saying you don't know, that you want information from me, that my crew apparently has more of a handle on what this anomaly is than you. I don't buy it. So what is it that you want, Q? What is it? Is this going to be another trial? Is this going to be some sort of, do I need to get you to say your name backwards and then you can go back to the fifth dimension and leave us the hell alone? Is that what it is?
I'd like to hear you say my name backwards.
Q.
Well done. It's a shame. I would have liked to have stayed here a little bit longer. You look absolutely dazzling in that wig. And that's when you, of course, realize that you are, in fact, dressed up.
All right. Okay.
Throw it to the ground. The truth of the matter is, Captain, is the Continuum doesn't know what's happening right now. The pool seems to exist outside of the boundaries of the universe, but it is centered around the Sally Ride. So let's have an exchange of ideas. Has anything unusual happened on board your vessel? We can't look at everything all the time. We do have more important matters, of course. It's not like humanity is our most important aspect here in the universe. In fact, most of the time you're quite boring.
Really? You could have fooled me. How many times now have you interacted with the Federation? What is it, 3, 4 times?
The Federation? More than you could count.
Great. How many times have we counted? How many times does Starfleet have it in our records that you have decided to come down from your puffy cloud somewhere?
I fail to see where this pedantic conversation is going.
You said an exchange of ideas. What are you going to tell me?
I'd like to know...
What do I get in return?
What do you get in return? How about a different colored wig?
Okay, I don't... This has been obnoxious. There's no... I don't have time for this. Q,
Fine. I'm trying to add a little sauce to your boring life here in an asteroid field, but if you want to have it your way... And you're back in your quarters. He's sitting across the room, cross-legged, leaning against what looks like one of your tables, and is sort of just says, "So, what's the situation here? Do I detect Klingons at your heels?" Tough situation, Captain. It's a shame you're not being nicer to me.
You know, the normal procedure, according to Starfleet, to my superiors, is that I'm supposed to, without upsetting you, because you're very sensitive, is what we've been told.
You see he quirks a brow at that.
That I'm supposed to, as the captain of the starship, follow the prime directive as best I can and ask you not to interfere, ask you nicely to leave.
Oh, well, don't worry about that, Captain. I'm not allowed to interfere on mandate from the Continuum. But that doesn't mean I can't influence the dice roll, so to speak.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea. But the thing that I struggle with is that you say you are mandated by the Continuum to not interfere, and yet you're dressing up like a man. Because that's not your real form, right? This isn't what, because we could not possibly fathom.
Are you thinking out loud again, Captain?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Could you cut to the end and get to your conclusion? While time doesn't have any meaning for me, I do hate wasting it.
You're being impatient? Don't you live for fucking ever? You're being impatient with me? Okay.
Should give you a grasp of how much time you are consuming right now.
I don't understand how patient I'm supposed to be with you. Because you have the ability to change things on a cosmic scale. You have the ability to save my crew. Do you know where Voyager is?
Maybe.
Are they alive?
It's possible, Captain, that as a Q, I know where everything is. So it should drive home further that that is important, that I know exactly what is going on here. But if you're not going to talk to me and relay your experiences, then I'll simply have to do this on my own.
I have no problem with talking with any intelligent life, but what I do not have any patience for is playing games, man. I can't do it. I'm not wired like that. I can't do it.
That's such a shame.
I'm not gonna be your puppet. I'm not gonna be your ant under a magnifying glass. You could blink us all of existence. You could blink this entire crew out of existence. And then what would you be? You'd be a petty god. You would be... What is it? What was the point of this? Is it because the Continuum fears humanity, right?
Fears humanity?
That's what was in the briefing. It's that you wanted to ensure that we couldn't understand some concepts, or we could be prepared for certain obstacles, but we couldn't. And then you threw the Enterprise at a Borg. You did that.
I seem to recall something along those lines happening. 18 crew members dying, very tragic. Of course, then you were prepared for the Borg when they did show up.
You kill human life for entertainment.
Entertainment.
You're bored.
Oh, Captain, you're worse than Jean-Luc. At least he had more articulation. But at the very least, this conversation has been somewhat stimulating, but I can't watch the Sally Ride die when there's still things to be learned. I can't have you simply blown out of space when you're completely outmatched by the Klingon birds of prey that are waiting for you outside of the asteroid field.
Why stop there?
Indeed. In fact, I'm going to need to shuffle the deck a bit and put things a little bit more on an even playing field. He snaps his fingers, and in the quarters, standing about 20 feet away, just behind Q, is a Klingon operative.
Uh-huh.
who looks
I recognize
very... Yes, you recognize Kadok immediately. He's standing about 20 feet back, and
Party in the captain's room.
Woo! Let's get a rave going.
yes, jump in here. Standing about 20 feet away, you see a very confused-looking, disgruntled Klingon intelligence officer. Says, "We'll see how this changes the deck a little bit. It's always good to have something or someone knowledgeable of what you're up against on your side, and I'm sure that he will have at least a cursory impression of what you are all up against and who's waiting for you out there."
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, right.
Hey, Kadok.
I forgot that Klingons talk.
Rafael Martinez. You're in my quarters.
Captain.
It's a Q. We're dealing with Q.
AQ?
The Q. This guy, this thing.
Why is he in 17th century French clothing? Human French Earth clothing.
You don't like my uniform? You don't like my wig? I could certainly make your hair curly if you'd like.
As long as you don't dress up like a mariachi or something, man, I'm fine with whatever you dress up as, okay, pal?
I'm culturally sensitive, Captain.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Good luck, Captain, and Kadok.
You just said that Klingons couldn't talk. How is that culturally sensitive?
I lied. And he is gone, and Kadok is in the quarters with you.
What just happened?
Yeah, Kadok, I'll let you decide where you were before this teleportation took place, but so far as you know, you were hundreds of light years away in the middle
I
of
was
something.
in the middle of eating my favorite type of gok.
I'm picturing Kadok standing there with a handful of gok just dangling from his fingers.
Well, I might as well eat it.
He just shoves this squirming pile of gok in his mouth.
I'm gonna walk over to my table and I'm gonna grab like a towel or something and hand it to Kadok.
Thank you.
And there's a chime at your door. Oh, by the way, we are still at red alert.
Woo!
Woo!
So, yep, we're at red alert. I'll just go ahead and press
Anybody catch our
the
momentum
button
last
here so
episode?
we can get
5.
back in.
Thank you.
Oh,
On that. Yeah, everybody has the momentum that they need.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a chime at the door.
Come in.
Sage. Sleepy-eyed, walking in, staring now at Captain, and
Kavak.
you see Kadok
Kadok.
with gok hanging out of his mouth. He's just chewing on it, staring at you as you walk in the door.
Okay. Yeah, Captain. I had no idea you had company. I am so sorry.
This, by the way, real quick,
I'm
as the
so
scene
confused.
starts, I just need to set this up.
Yeah.
This would absolutely trigger an intruder alert.
That was what I was
Yes.
sitting here
Oh.
with. So
Q, not so much, but a Klingon suddenly
That was-
appearing on
yeah.
the ship.
As
Captain's
soon
quarters, intruder
as-
alert.
I get to, I'm there.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over to my little console near my door,
Okay.
I guess, whatever it would be, and I would say, Ensign, come in, it's fine. It's Kadok. This is our
Oh, I'm aware, Captain. I'm just surprised.
One moment, Ensign, just real quickly. This is Captain Martinez. This is a ship-wide alert. We have just been visited by Q, the Q Continuum. He was just in my quarters a moment ago, and he has beamed aboard magically somehow our Klingon ally, Kadok. He's here in my quarters. We can stand down with the intruder alert. I need all senior personnel to head to their stations, and we need to remain at red alert.
Okay, so everyone who's bedding down for the night, you immediately just go,
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
zip.
Cool.
Are you headed to the captain's quarters? Where were you headed? Rue? What would...
So Rue was going from the ready room where they were cotted down, going toward the turbo lift, heard the announcement, turned back around, and went to tactical.
Okay, sitting down at the tactical seat, you open up the display, just giving you a tactical overview. Everything is exactly how you've left it just a few moments ago. There's been no changes in any of the movement of the asteroids or the bird of prey, which is still, the Burrell class, still decloaked at the edge of the asteroid field. At extreme range, just out. It's well without a danger zone. Danger zone!
Ensign, I'm so sorry. You came in here and you were
Yes.
saying something?
Yes, I will process this later. Captain, I know you relieved me from duty a few hours ago, but I couldn't sleep, and I have an idea that I would like to run by you privately. Sorry.
Can you escort us to the bridge, and then you and I can meet in my ready room? Would that be all right?
Yes, Captain.
Okay, Gadak, would you please like to accompany us to the bridge?
Sure. Where else am I gonna go?
Exactly.
It's
All
nice
right.
seeing you again, Doc.
I wish it were under better circumstances, Gadak. I'm glad you're alive. At least for the time being.
All right, so everyone heads to the bridge.
Yeah.
All right.
I head to the doctor first. I took some sleep aids. Please help me.
Oh, that's right.
I seem to remember that you did do that, actually.
You made me.
Yeah, you were pretty hardwired.
And you were drinking champagne. Sparkling.
It's fake,
Yeah,
but
no,
I
that's
definitely
right.
took sleep aids with it.
I'm gonna try to neutralize the effect of those.
Thank you. I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. There isn't like a quick thing that just makes it go away? Should I drink a lot of water and try to pee it out? I don't know.
Here, drink this.
I can use
Thing on
some of the
hangover
sedative
aid.
effects. Just give it a few minutes, and you should be.
Okay. Ow. Okay. I don't feel better, but let's do it. Thank you.
I'm just making a mental note to keep an eye on you because senior officer or no, like.
Thank you. Don't tell the captain. Or maybe tell the captain. I don't know.
You'll be all right,
Thank you.
or you will take a nap.
The turbo lift doors open and the bridge is in front of you.
I say a little goodbye to Jenny on my way out, and make sure that our monitoring setup is good, so that if there are any changes,
Like a
I
baby
find out about
monitor.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Doctor? Chief?
So what happened?
Q.
I've never met.
I've not had the pleasure, but apparently our captain has.
The turbo lift doors open again, and stepping off is 3 people: Sage, the captain, and Kadak.
Captain on the bridge.
Everybody remembers Gadak?
He's the one that sent the message?
Yeah. Gadak. That's everybody.
Commander
Ensign,
Gadak
you wanna
has
head to my
returned.
ready room?
Yes, Captain, thank you.
Okay, great.
Can I just tricorder them as they pass to make sure these are all the species you appear to be? And
Sure. Go ahead and make your check. Let's do it. So yeah, that'll be your reason medicine check, I believe. Yes.
Gadak, you wouldn't mind being scanned by a doctor, right?
Human hospitality.
We're just magically moved by a Q.
So says you.
Do you have a better theory?
is that not what happened?
I was just eating. on Kronos. At my table.
My.
Now I am on your ship.
As you're
I
walking,
just rolled
Frollo's
3
just
without
looking
checking,
at the
sorry.
tricorder and scanning as y'all walk down. So you're reporting to the ready room. So
Yeah.
everyone enters the ready room.
What was my difficulty?
Difficulty was 1.
And does my xenobiology?
Yes,
Okay.
you get your focus there.
So 5 successes.
Just decided to blast 5 successes out on a simple tricorder roll, like you do.
We are exactly who we are.
Trace his family
Is she the
lineage back
doctor
before
or
the
is
dawn
she
of
the
time. All right.
Elron is my cousin? No!
No, you are not the father. Sorry.
So out of curiosity, is he suffering any ill effects from being magically transported?
No, but you do sense a heightened, a little bit heightened adrenaline, probably from suddenly being beamed on board an enemy ship.
You've got a lot of adrenaline.
Teleported,
Congratulations. It's nice to see you. I hope everyone is well. This is very strange.
So myself and Ensign Sage are just in my ready room real quick before I'm going to call everybody else.
Oh, okay. So when the doors open,
She just wanted a one-on-one. Yeah.
when the doors open to the ready room, you see Jiv is inside waiting, and he just turns and goes, "What's going on?"
I'll let you know in a second. Jiv, can we have the room
Aye,
just
sir.
for a moment? Thank you, sir.
He steps past you, steps out, and says, "Hey, what?"
Right, there's a Klingon out there. Did you not get my ship wide? It's fine. Whatever. Just be a moment.
Yeah.
Ensign Sage, lay it on me.
All right, Captain. I know with everything that's been going on that we haven't really discussed the security situation of what happened back with Captain Zazaret. I was wondering, with your permission, without Commander Rue's knowledge, if we could put some kind of monitor on their console in case it happens again. My fear is that we are in a very sensitive and vulnerable situation, and if something leaks out, like our position, our communications, it would make us even more vulnerable. And with what happened prior, I care about Commander Rue very much, and I don't think that... I honestly think they would want this, but without their knowledge, because if something did happen again, we wouldn't want them to know that we found out. I know that doesn't quite make sense, but...
It makes... Maybe it's late. It makes some sense and sensation.
I haven't slept much. I couldn't sleep. I thought of it when I was laying down, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I knew if I didn't tell you right away, I might forget.
I don't think it's a bad idea, but I think that we're going to ask them their permission. So, hold that thought.
But Captain, if they know, and it happens again, they could possibly just bypass it. I saw what Commander Rue could do with the military encrypted messages, and if they're capable of that when they know what they're doing, or when they're aware of it.
They're aware of... They're on whatever duty that they believe that they can be on right now. Even though we are in a stressful time, they're not going to put this ship in danger, so I'm still going to run it by them, and I want... There's got to be some sort of workaround, even if they're aware of, oh, hey, we're monitoring your station. How much of that could they work around? If they don't know exactly what it is that we did to monitor it, it doesn't sit right with me, Ensign. I'm still going to have you go ahead and ask them. So
I understand, Captain. And, of course, I wouldn't want to offend Commander Rue in thinking that I would assume that they would do it again.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, that's not what it's about. Martinez to Commander Rue.
Aye, sir.
Can you come in my ready room, please?
Of course. Cadoc, please excuse me.
So
Should be at
how's
the con.
the Empire? Just assume that small talk is happening while you guys go.
Fielded any Federation officers lately?
I pause at the door. I turn around.
Yeah, Jiv actually doesn't make eye contact with you, but he is staring at Cadoc with an unusual amount of vitriol in his eyes. Even for a Tellarite.
I'm gonna wait.
The moment stretches on. He doesn't look like he's trying to intimidate you, but he is kind of like got his arms folded as he's looking at you.
Problem.
I look at him and I go, and you are?
Lieutenant Commander Jiv, Chief Engineer.
I don't think we met the last time I was here.
Yeah, it's a shame about that.
I'm just as unpleasant about this situation as you are.
Well, to be fair, I'm a Tellarite. Usually I'm more unpleasant than everyone in a situation.
I'm going to meet with the captain, and when I come back, everything is going to be copacetic. Am I understood?
Yes, Commander.
Can you take me to get a drink or something?
We have blood wine.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
that's a bit of a surprise, really.
Surprise.
Surprise. we have
Confetti.
Surprise, literally the only alcohol on the ship.
Yeah.
Surprise, we have blood wine.
I'll get.
I'll take
I'll get
replicator
it. Should I get
whiskey
it?
at this point.
Oh, that ain't in our relic.
All right,
I
so
go in.
you step
Yep.
into the ready room. All right, cool.
With promises of alcohol to Cadoc, and Jiv not being a problem. I go in.
All right.
Commander, why the holdup?
Machismo, sir. Excessive amounts of it.
Was it Cadoc?
And Jiv.
He's tired. Just trying to stand up for him a little bit.
Great. Commander, the ensign has had a a good idea that I want her to run by you. If that's all right.
Absolutely. What have you got, Sage?
Commander Rue, I know the incident with Zazzert and the security codes made you feel a bit uncertain of your duties. And I thought of an idea that possibly might alert us if it ever happened again. Maybe if I could put some kind of monitor or, I don't know, alert on your console in your quarters. That way, if an incident does happen again without your knowledge, we would be alerted before any type of codes or security breach would escape. I just feel like the Sally Ride is in a very vulnerable position, and
it would be temporary until we could figure out exactly what the hell was going on. So.
Sir, I've had all but guest privileges stripped out of that console and any I've had unsupervised access to since Candra's 2.
I know.
And I don't in any way wish to demean your security skills, Sage. But anything you put in, I could get around. It's not a bad idea. It's not something I haven't been thinking about.
Do we have your permission to try to, as best we can, try to outsmart you?
I'm no match for you when it comes to military encrypted.
Take the console out.
Are you sure?
Yes. We don't need it in my quarters.
Okay.
I'm on deck 2.
I know. Okay.
And Captain, with your permission, I can run some diagnostics on it and see
Yeah.
if there was any other incidents prior.
Sure. Sounds
Captain, I'd like to do that alongside Sage.
good. Okay. All right. Permission granted, both of you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Commander. All right. Martinez, the senior staff,
Yes, Captain.
can you please come into my ready room and bring Kadak, please?
Do you want me to bring the blood wine in with him?
Oh, you went and got the blood wine? Thank you, Chief Wren. Yes, absolutely bring that in as well.
Okay.
All right, everyone filters into the ready room. You
Okay.
see an actual goblet of blood wine.
I brought
and
cups for everyone.
From
Yes!
the smell of it,
I've never
ain't
tried it.
replicated at all. It's got that
And today is not your day,
bitter
Sage.
scent going right into your nose. It smells like the real thing, and you were handed a goblet.
Where did we get goblets?
We got the hookup. I've been told, Kadak, that that's real good stuff, so.
Smells like my Uncle Kavent's brew.
All right.
Uncle Kevin.
All right, everybody.
His brew!
Sorry, I just got excited for. Never mind.
Yep.
I knew to explain why Kadak is here to the best of my ability, and I need to bring everybody up to speed with exactly what just went down. We all wanted to go to sleep, but then Q visited me in my quarters, accusing us of being the culprit responsible for the gravimetric anomaly that we've been experiencing, the pull.
That's absurd.
I know.
I mean, I'm a good engineer, but
I mean, we can't even explain it.
I have a feeling that this Q has got something else up his sleeve. After teleporting us to either an imagined or very real France of Earth, and I think he said the 1700s, I think we were experiencing the French Revolution, I believe. There was a guillotine, so that's probably what it was. He
out of
brought us-
nowhere, Jiv goes, "Yeah, that would be around the late 1700s."
Yep, okay, thank you, Jiv. Thank you. He brought us back.
Important Earth time?
Not really. It was just it's very well, yes, but in this case, it's just theatrics. It's all it was. Brought me back to my quarters, brought Kadak into my quarters, and said, "We are going to need some assistance with what we are about to encounter." He also hinted at the fact that he could not have the Sally Ride. I think it was blow up or die or be destroyed before. Is this for?
That's you.
This is me?
Yeah.
Is this out? Is this the problem? That's not working? That's what it is? All
No,
right.
it's Q. Q's the problem.
Q's
Okay,
the-
great.
We're solving it with a mic pack.
There's a mic.
Would that all problems Q related could be
How's
solved
that
with a mic
going?
pack.
How's that, everybody? Is that good? Did I get a thumbs up or it's good to go? Okay, great. I'll fix the rest of it in a minute.
Q just comes in with a mic. I'm so sorry. Just got what? Can't hear you in the continuum.
Bring the internet up to speed. So, mention that with what we're facing, I'm assuming him hinting at the Klingon warbird that is following us parallel in this asteroid belt.
that we are in some sort of potential danger, and that he needs the USS Asteroid to still exist for some reason in the future. Again, time is meaningless to him. He can bounce back and forth between it, and I'm not gonna lie, I frustratedly went off of the required, suggested course of action for Starfleet captains when they encounter a Q, or the Q.
You do notice Talon's vertical eyebrow. Just kind of like she gives you that familiar stare that she gave you at the academy when she would catch you doing something you knew was wrong but did it anyway, kind of thing.
I didn't think I would ever encounter a Q because my name isn't Jean-Luc Picard. But I had a feeling, like I said, Ensign Sage, that he wasn't being completely truthful with us. That he may know more than what he's letting on, and I did not want the USS Telluride, or any Klingons for that matter, to be any part of his cosmic games or entertainment. I was asking him directly, I was asking him in a very curt manner to tell me what it was that he wanted, and he refused and instead brought us an ally who could help us, and I am very much expecting him to return. That's where we're at. Any questions?
He's definitely toying with us.
Agreed.
Huh.
Well,
Should we play out his little production?
Question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why did he drop a Klingon intelligence officer on us?
Not that it is not very nice to see you.
He mentioned that he needed us to have an ally, a dog in this fight, as it were, some sort of help.
Dog!
Where, yes, you are a dog of war, yes?
It is an old Earth expression.
It is a very complimentary Earth expression.
the havoc.
I have a feeling that we will be encountering some Klingons, unfortunately, as our enemy soon.
So he put you here, anticipating that
To
you would
help
betray
us.
your government and help us?
I don't think it's coincidence that he picked this particular Klingon. This is Kadak. He's been our ally in the past.
I mean, we can't stay in the asteroid belt forever. We need every help we can get at this point.
We shouldn't stay in the asteroid belt at this point.
Agreed.
The only reason to go in was to hide.
And we've been found.
No offense, but no offense. But isn't he kind of a security risk? I mean, his government's at war with us, and he's just hanging out on our bridge right now.
I've found that when people say no offense, they're about to offend you.
No, trust me, I'm a Tellarite. I never say no offense, unless
also
I'm really
believe-
trying to not offend someone.
I'm also hoping that the Empire has similar protocol for if and when they ever deal with a member of the Q Continuum. I have a feeling that with these extenuating circumstances, we could deliver Kadak to a Klingon without engaging in some sort of conflict.
So I can tell you, Jason,
Yeah.
that the Klingon Empire has had very limited contact with the Continuum. But the times that it did come into contact with the Continuum, it was... There's not a... Let me put it this way. There's not a lot of reports on it. There have been rumors that Klingon captains have come into, but Q's penchant for humiliating people and agitating them means that a lot of Klingon captains kind of don't tell people about it.
Right.
Uh-huh.
They don't
there's-
want to reveal.
As someone who's as somebody who's in the KDF
Agitated.
intelligence, you definitely know the Continuum is out there and they're at work, and that Klingon captains have encountered the Continuum from time to time. Certainly nowhere near as much as the Federation has, but yeah, the Klingon attitude towards the Q is actually fear. The Klingons fear the Q because
It should be.
the Q, they can bring you shame and dishonor on a level that no one else can, and there is nothing you can do about it, and that is more horrifying to a Klingon having no control of your destiny. There's nothing more terrifying. So the Empire is not fond of the Continuum at all.
Right. And where Kadak is intelligence for the Empire, he also is... he sees the bigger picture rather than what's happening at the moment.
Klingon intelligence, I can tell you for player information.
Yeah.
Klingon intelligence is not 100% on Gowron's side here.
Right.
Klingon intelligence has its eye on the ball. They're staring down the barrel at the Dominion, and they are doing what they can, as you would know, to mitigate and shorten the length of this war. But the problem is, for the Klingon Empire right now, is that the Klingons haven't had a good war in a long time, and almost no one seems to give a damn if they're warring against the right or wrong person. They just want glory.
Right.
Klingons have been at peace for far too long. And Gowron has tapped into that mentality. Invading Cardassia politically was one of the most brilliant things he's done. He didn't time it too well, though.
No.
For the quadrant, anyway.
Before you say something you might regret, Jiv, Kadak, and now you can confirm this, sent us a message before we knew that we had a big target on our back as we were flying through Klingon space.
Yeah, no, I know about the message. Yes. Look, I'm not going to say anything I don't regret. I'm just going to raise an actual concern here. Again, it's just that Klingons are known for fulfilling their duty. Right now, the Empire wants to kill the Federation.
I appreciate your concern for our security.
Yes.
I think I've got it handled.
Sure.
As a member of the Klingon intelligence, I can respect the delicacy of the situation and shall remain neutral on your ship.
Well, you don't have to convince me. I'm just raising the concern.
Neutral's good.
That's the best we can ask for right now.
I'm confused. You just said a god wants to make sure that we stay safe and we're worried? Isn't that a good thing?
A fickle god.
I was going to say, being noticed by said omnipotent being is probably the thing.
I mean, I feel pretty okay till we make him angry, so let's just not make him angry. Does anyone know how to do that?
No one in the known galaxy knows how to not make them angry.
I hear Cisco punched one time.
You can punch them?
That's the rumor. Apparently one of them appeared
Sir?
on DS9 and Cisco punched one.
No, that's true. That really happened.
Sir?
That's why he never visited Captain and Benjamin Sisko again.
So
Really?
if he gets punched...
I don't think that's an actual magical solution. I don't think that's what's going to work. And he's not
Sir,
a
this
god.
is a science vessel. You require experimentation.
Pay money to see Rue punch a Q. Anybody else?
I don't know if that's...
Maybe after
I'll hold it.
Maybe
If we still had money in our society, yeah, then maybe.
Maybe-
But Chief Ren, he's not a god per se. He just has incredible powers. That's all.
incredible powers and wants to make sure the ship is safe.
But he has the temperament of a 13-year-old boy, so it's not really a win-win here.
So treat him like a king. That's usually how you deal with.
And he might end up acting like a tyrant.
You know,
And
Isn't
then
that
how?
to be expected?
And then how do we put him in timeout?
you realize that the omnipotent being can almost certainly monitor us right now
Hello?
in this conversation.
You see genuine anxiety suddenly explode across Jiv's face. Tellarites, not knowing for being very facially expressive, is clearly exhibiting mild terror at that aspect, almost like a phobia has been triggered. And he just kind of goes,
I pass him some blood wine. Would
right
you
now, right
calm
now."
down?
He takes the blood wine.
You're on duty. It's maybe not.
Trust me, he needs it.
If you can hear us, give us a sign.
Okay, everybody calm
Is it
down.
like a seance?
Everybody calm down. He's probably able to observe us, yes, but as far as we know, he can't read minds. And like I said before, he has, at best, little above average intelligence.
This is your plan for not making him mad?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is my plan for not playing any games with him. So our new chief goal here is to try to return Kadak to his people in one piece as soon as possible, because this should not have happened. So
Alright.
I need some ideas,
Where
people.
are
I need some
we?
solutions. We are in Nebula. No,
No.
we are in a
It's an uncharted asteroid belt.
Uncharted asteroid field.
Well, they might have a name for it.
78113. Oh yeah, that's the uncharted asteroid field.
We charted it. However, it's a little different now.
The Klingon Empire is aware of this asteroid field.
Right.
And has this asteroid field well charted. It is.
Talon, where are we? Tell the man.
Okay, so Talon begins to rattle off all the scientific coordinates of exactly where this asteroid appears within the Klingon Empire. You guys are pretty close to the Federation neutral zone on this side of the Klingon Empire. Just about borderline a week away from the neutral zone. Pretty close. The Shackleton Expanse, but there's a neutral zone between the Shackleton Expanse and the Klingon Empire. So this asteroid field, about 100 years ago, the Klingon Empire attempted to find out if there was any ore worth mining in this asteroid field, and basically found that it's pretty useless. That it's ancient beyond the Empire's age, and it hasn't really had functioned in any particular way. So it's been minorly scouted, it's definitely been charted, but no one bothers flying through it because it's a big waste field of 2 light years.
Just so you know, whatever you charted before, it's probably not the same now.
Yeah.
Do you have any trapdoors out of here?
Would I?
Not really. But Jiv goes, are you familiar with the IKS Bachwi?
Would I be?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know that ship. The moment Jiv says it.
That ship.
Captain Comac. You familiar?
Comac.
Daughter of Loshto.
I'm familiar.
Comac, daughter of Loshto.
My former mate.
Jiv goes, no. If this Q is actually mischievous, I'm starting to catch on to the game.
Yeah, he's got the intelligence of an Earth situation comedy writer circa the 1990s. This is great. This is
who we're dealing with.
She's standing
Never
right
mind.
behind me.
Okay, great.
Talon, what's a situation comment? You took those classes.
It's not important. It's not important.
I believe it was a form of entertainment that was used on what was once called television. A primitive form of communication to the masses, used in what is now known as Old Earth media.
If you want, Captain, I can program a laugh track. No.
A laugh track.
No, that's what kept it in the...
A sound effect commonly used to imitate the appearance of an audience witnessing something live.
Yeah, it was a joke, but thank you for explaining it. Because
that was a joke.
I forget. Yeah, it wasn't a good one. I forget that most people.
I think you did all right, Sage. I think you did all right.
Thank
Jiv
you.
points at you.
Thanks, Jiv.
Yep.
Talon, I don't know if everybody's ever told you, but you have a very dry sense of humor. I feel like British comedy might be right up your alley. I'll send you some.
I am familiar with Benny Hill, Monty Python.
Okay.
And the later years.
Great.
Is this a joke, Captain?
No, this is a genuine observation.
Rowan Atkinson.
Okay, you can
Eddie
stop.
Izzard.
Yep.
Yes, Captain.
Thank you.
Very old comedians. On what terms did you and your mate last
Can we deliver
part?
you safely in one piece?
I can answer that for you. Some character information. So again, what you know about the IKS Bachwi is there's a good chance that killing the Sally Ride and you would be such a sweet payday for your former mate.
Oh crap!
2 birds with 1 stone.
You don't know. I mean, when you last encountered Kamak, you're not sure if she wanted to knife you or mate with you.
Or both.
What is it with all of the characters on
And you are relatively certain that one might have that the knifing may have followed the mating. You're not entirely sure, but that's Kamak though. She has.
That's Kamak.
That's so Kamak.
Admittedly, it is one of the things.
Laugh track.
It is one of the things that appeals to some of the Klingon mates that she's taken, but it's hard to say with her. It's hard to say. It might be just as risky to try to reach out to her.
So I have the same taste as.
Do you think?
Where is the ship?
It about checks out.
It's
waiting for you outside the asteroid field.
No, it's following us parallel right now.
She's uncloaked, too. I don't know what that means to you.
Means she's not afraid. That's for certain. I've never seen her show fear, ever.
Would she think you being on board the Sally Ride would equal to like a hostage situation?
Or would she think you were a traitor? I mean, let's just look at it through her eyes for a second. Suddenly a Klingon intelligence operative is on board our bridge. It might look bad.
Yeah, it's a problem with Q. They leave no evidence, no proof. I'm sure that if we check the ship's logs, I would be talking to nobody.
You see that anxiety begin to pass over Jim's face again, and he finally decides to sip the blood wine.
I do not think that she would take me as a traitor. We were intimate long enough for her to know my true character,
Good.
which is loyal to the Empire among everything else, above everything else. So...
Should we try to hail her? Should we try to hail the ship?
Captain?
We're all panicking.
This might be a terrible suggestion.
Spit it out, Doctor.
What if you're not the hostage?
What does that mean, Chief?
We're
That
the
he's
hostage.
taken
He's
us
taken our
hostage.
ship.
Yeah.
Would you have to destroy us? Remind me of if you took our ship.
It would strain credulity somewhat for even a very fine Klingon warrior to subdue 152 souls.
Regardless, I will not lie and
157.
say that for this ruse. I will not participate with this.
Let's follow that through. What would the end game be? We show up in the USS Sally Ride. Kadak is at the helm. Hails.
We could get Kevin as well and program a holographic Klingon crew.
In any case, we get to a neutral zone, or we get to Klingon space. We hail them and say, "Don't fire. The ship's been taken over for the Empire." And as soon as we show up there, we warp out of there. And then Kadak is left with...
And then my career is over,
Exactly.
my life is over.
Exactly.
I will not participate. Take me prisoner if you must.
Okay.
Oh,
Sir,
So, that I'm just going to go ahead and raise a flag. That could be just as problematic, Kadak. Being taken prisoner will heap dishonor upon you.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But, again, Klingon intelligence officer, you do think outside of the box. So, it's
he
not
could spin being taken prisoner.
Exactly.
That's something
Yeah.
he could get out of.
Yeah.
But, sir, if we were going to have any contact with the Klingon Empire, we want to do it from a position of strength. We want to do it when we have the Dauntless at our backs. That's not here.
Yeah.
We run for them.
Agreed.
We're faster than a bird of prey or birds of prey.
And I think we might have to take advantage of the fact that we do have Kadak on the ship in case we run into any trouble while here in Klingon space. Or in any way that Kadak can help us. As soon as we reach the neutral zone, you can have one of our shuttles, Kadak, and you can just head back home.
we're running out of shuttles.
Very well.
We can get new
Yes, sir.
shuttles. Like I said, our society doesn't even have money. It's no big deal. We can get more shuttles.
Yes,
The
sir.
next time we're at a starbase, it's fine.
It's like signing up for a Netflix subscription. They just send you one.
Yeah.
Right, and we're just like getting rid of all of them right before a 6-month mission.
Spending-
But
yeah.
you know,
One
we're
just
fine.
blew
Everything's
up in a
fine.
nebula. One just.
The shuttle accounting.
Exactly. It's like Alpha. Sign up for 30 days.
Free shuttles?
Free shuttle for 30 days.
Sign up for.
And then just and sign up again. I don't know
All
if
right.
you could do that, actually.
Any other ideas, questions, concerns, thoughts, plans of actions?
Jiv has finished his cup and he hands it back to you and goes, "No, I'll just do whatever you tell me to do, Captain.
Okay.
As usual. I got nothing."
Not anymore. You're off duty now.
Yes, that's true. And when you hand him the mug back, it occurs to you're all feeling that kind of a little bit of a wave of exhaustion starting to set in a little bit here.
You get duty or blood wine. You don't get both.
That reminds me, Doctor, can you help us with our exhaustion?
Only within limits.
Okay.
But yes.
Thank you. That's what we'll need. We're gonna have to push ourselves to the limit. At least until we're safe.
So we're running.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're parallel to us, Captain. What if we tried to... I mean, right now we do have the course charted for the safest path to the Shackleton Expanse. But what if we try and lose them a little bit in the asteroid field?
Talon, would it be possible... It's a good idea, Ensign. Would it be possible to... They're following this parallel, and we're inside the asteroid field. Would it be possible to go in the opposite direction that they are and exit the asteroid field on the complete other side? That if they were to meet us there, they would have to go around, or they would have to go through. And then from there, head to the neutral zone.
Right. How fast out the x-axis, how fast out the z-axis?
Thank you.
It would be possible, Captain. The journey would take approximately 1 year, 6 months, 8 days, 13 hours.
How much blood wine do you have?
Not enough.
Not enough for that.
So the only way out is through this Klingon.
Not necessarily, Captain. The shortest distance is, of course, straight ahead if we tried to reach the borders of the Shackleton Expanse. But that would require flying through the asteroid field the entire way. Which I believe...
How long would it take us?
At half impulse power, I would estimate 12 days, 14 hours.
Could we...
Is that the quickest path to exit the asteroid field itself?
The asteroid field, yes.
Ensign?
I hate this fucking asteroid field.
There's no
Yeah,
way to...
because it doesn't have any solid border. It's literally just like there are pockets
I hate
and
this
then
asteroid
crevices.
field so much. I hate it.
Is there a way to maybe next time this Q fellow comes back to ask him really nicely to just kind of snap his fingers and get us out of it?
I think Q's going to do whatever Q wants to do.
Yeah. We can't
So-
plan tactics around it. We take the shortest route out of the asteroid field.
Agreed, Commander. Also, one other update. Q may or may not know the location of our lost ship, Voyager. But he also may have just been fucking with me. So that's why I hate that guy. I hate him. I hate him.
Wow.
Don't hold back, sir.
I hate him.
I like this side of you, Captain. I think the captain is very tired.
Exhausted.
All right, so what do y'all do?
Sir, get to bed.
Bedtime?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for everybody. Kadak, are you... Well, what kind of sleep schedule were you on?
Yeah,
Was it
actually, Kadak,
was it in the morning?
strangely enough...
Was it morning, Doc? Was it
No,
dinner,
it
Doc?
was, you were having dinner. It's not that far
Okay.
from when you would sleep.
Wait, we're
Alright.
going back to bed?
Because as of right now, there's nothing else we can do other than continue
flying.
flying. And we
This
have
asteroid field.
a wonderful backup for Ensign Sage for the time being, for you to go get 8, or as best as you can get. And then we come back and we're fresh and we can keep going.
Sounds good to me. I'd like to be rested if we're going to be...
Yep, you're out.
Doctor?
Kadak, your ex-mate, is she going to come in after us? Do you know? What would you do?
I would say yes. Definitely.
I hate this asteroid field. Well, she's...
We're better flyers, right?
And we'll be able to track her the whole time.
Until
She
she-
can't come. She can't enter cloaked.
That's true.
She could, but it'd be crazy.
Well, yeah. Well, she won't survive entering cloaked. Let's put it that
She's going
way.
to need her shields, yeah.
Kadak, how often do Klingons enter this asteroid field cloaked for strategic purposes? Knowing that your shields would be down and if you one hit could potentially
This is
take
a
you out.
very rare situation.
Okay.
She's 6 light years away.
About that, yeah.
What proportion of that is asteroid field?
Almost all of it. It would be very.
Then she has literally no way of getting to us.
Not if she was going to travel at full impulse through the asteroid field. No, she would have. You guys are literally.
She wouldn't be able to catch up to us or anything.
It would be y'all are literally like, think of it like y'all are in the middle of the swimming pool and she's at the edge, like trying to get trying to get y'all to come over.
Impulse is 1/4 light speed.
Yeah,
Do
She's
not
6 light years
underestimate
away.
her veracity.
The point is that she
You
could
can't
get
warp into an asteroid field.
she could get out of the pool and walk around to the edge and wait for us to
Yeah.
get out of it. That's the risk. That's
Yes.
the problem, right?
that's
That's why I
definitely
hate
that's
that
definitely one of the problems.
She could follow us into into the neutral zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible that she can track you as you fly through here, which
but
might be
fine.
one of her tactics. You're not
But
sure.
we can call the Dauntless.
Dauntless.
To meet
Correct.
us.
And
And
at
that should be
least-
the priority.
At least for the next 8 hours, everything will remain the status quo.
Yeah, she can't go in and get us. Which
Talon
means
says-
as we go through the field, we're safe.
It does seem logical that at the moment, at least, the Sally Ride is not an immediate danger.
Except from asteroids.
And from
the
Q.
pole. And
from a cube,
fickle
the cube,
godling.
the
Yes.
fickle. We're gonna set you up with our best Klingon quarters. I'm sorry.
They're really Federation quarters, but
Okay.
Thank you, Captain.
Maybe we can use a holodeck.
All right. So is anybody doing anything else as we retire for the evening?
I was gonna catch Commander Rue as we walked out and just.
Okay.
Commander Roo's staying in here. Their cot was in here.
Oh.
They were bunked down in here. So
Well,
they're
then as-
not leaving, and if you want to hang back.
Sure. As everyone leaves, I just wanted to say, Commander, I meant no offense.
No.
I just wanted to ease your mind as well as the captain's with that idea. So,
It's very sweet of you, Sage.
good night.
Sage,
Yes.
what put you in mind of it? It's been a concern for over a week now. All of a sudden, when we're in all of this mess, that's what you think about.
To be honest, Commander, it was watching you encrypt that military code and send out that other message. Seeing you do that made me realize that you're capable of a lot that I wasn't aware of.
We both have depths, don't we? You did great today, kid.
Thank you. Thank you for, sticking by me. I should get some sleep. But anyway, maybe tomorrow, when we're not flying through rocks, we can get a start on that console.
Yeah. Keep being paranoid. It's a good look on you.
I live to serve. Thank you. It's just so awkward. Sage is out of there fast. She is.
Alone in the waiting room, Rue, you're caught just a few feet away.
Wait a minute. Now they're in there with another console.
Yeah.
As we're walking out.
Crap.
Doc, what's the thing on taking another sleep aid?
Might have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Great. Just do it quickly.
The old-fashioned way is sleeping.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hit me or something. Okay.
no.
Sure. Just decks you across the face.
It wouldn't be the first time I'd been
Holy
asked to go to sleep that way.
There are certain musics that are recommended.
Okay. I'll probably just go down to the shuttle bay and try to get some sleep.
Rue takes her crutches and throws them across the room.
They crash against the wall.
There we go.
No one hears outside.
No. But hey, now I can't hack a console overnight.
Okay, they're on the other side of the room.
Yep. That's gonna suck. I'll have to wake up, use the bathroom. It's just gonna suck.
All right, you sink down into the cot. Rue, the exhaustion of the day, the past couple of weeks, it's all really starting to catch up to you. You've managed to keep it going and pressing up against your limits, but just the past months of duty on board the Sally Ride alone has been pretty taxing, and the things that have been happening on board lately, the only thing that's really been keeping you going has been the constant interaction with the crew you've come to know as family. And as you're sitting there just exhaling the stress, you suddenly start getting a feeling of familiarity. a weird sense of deja vu somehow. You've been here. You've been to this asteroid field. You know exactly where you are. And you know exactly where the Federation listening post has been stationed in this asteroid field. Where Starfleet intelligence put it.
Commander Root, to Dr. Shishiros.
Dr. Shishiros is here. Hello?
The turbo lift doors open as you're about to walk out to the deck.
I think it's happening again. I'm in the ready room.
I'm more on my way.
And with a dramatic swish of your blue coat, you turn on your heel. And you watch Throlo just charge right back into the turbo lift and shh. And that's where we're going to go on our break. 8:30. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. And we are going to be having a giveaway tonight. Don't forget, we have our giveaway. We're going to be giving away Temporal Agent starter packs from Star Trek Online. That's still good? Yes? Okay, cool. I forgot to mention that at the opening, so I'm like, I'm not just making this up, am I? So stay active in chat, and we will see you guys in about 10 minutes.
Giveaway.
Okay, welcome back to Shielded Tomorrow, everybody. We're back from our break, and we have a winner. Please don't kill me, Chucky the Clown 11, because you're getting a Temporal Agent starter pack, which is pretty rad. So
Be mollified by that and don't murder.
Yeah, no murder. Before we jump back into the game, we're going to go ahead and do a very quick episode of Sam Loses Their Shit. And then we will engage. I'm not sure. Who is this from? This is from.
I heard something.
Amazon
Something rattled.
Something
Look at this
rattled.
bee.
I hope it didn't.
I don't know. I like
rattle.
lots of things that rattle.
I think it's dry spaghetti.
Whoa.
Wouldn't it be such a good twist if it was macaroni necklaces or something?
Macaroni necklaces.
That was
Ears.
the box making the noise, not
Yeah.
Sam.
Ooh, I recognize some of those dice, but I don't recognize some of those dice.
It's dice that I needed, which is different because, like, most dice I really love and I really appreciate and I really want, but I don't need. But I need fate dice because I play
Fate dice, right on.
Yay! On Tempting Fate on Saving Throw Show at 5 p.m. on Sundays, which is an awesome show that you should totally see. And these are really pretty fate dice. And these are really pretty fate dice too.
Ooh, nice.
And there's actually in here an amazing thing, y'all.
What?
Dice I do not have.
That's impossible.
I have those dice.
I'm going to guess Star Wars. Is that correct? Yep, I knew it.
Which I was just going back last week.
That's right. You were watching the game that I ran.
The very first
The Pit Crew game, yeah.
that we played and that we played.
That was rad.
I was like, who's your excellent friend Sam?
Oh my god.
It was Star Wars
Yeah.
role-playing?
Yeah, so I ran.
You were in charge of space.
My very first game that I ran here on Geek and Sundry was Star Wars: Age of Rebellion.
Age of Rebellion. I was gonna say
Yeah, I
Age
ran
of
it for
Empire,
Dustin and
Age
Lucas,
of Rebellion.
and Sam was on that. Yeah, my favorite moment.
George
still,
Lucas?
Yeah, you didn't know?
Wow, cool. He
Yeah.
wanted to play RPGs.
It was pretty rad. Dustin did that great moment where he wrote Alderaan Express on the side of that
The episode
transport.
right before I got there.
Yeah,
It was
But like
so
we
good.
we
What
got
type of
to
character did you
Yeah.
play?
I played this old boy Southern slicer, Leroy.
You were a grizzled vet, I believe. Is that
gosh.
correct? Like you had
Little
seen
bit.
some
I mean,
shit?
he wasn't
An
a
old
vet,
hacker.
and he wasn't really grizzled. He was an independent contractor, human, who had
They can be
worked
grizzled.
on yeah. This one just happened not to be.
Okay.
He had just worked on every piece of tech infrastructure since before y'all were born.
Yeah, he'd seen a lot
And
of stuff.
so he had seen everything. I mean, you can get into
Wait.
backdoors pretty easily when you wrote them.
Who is your? And you played two characters. You played a Sullustan spotter, and your brother, the sniper, was played by Amir. Did Amir play that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, right? I think it was you and Amir. Yeah, that was a lot of
It
fun.
was. And then at
I
the
love
very-
running Star Wars. I love the Fantasy Flight dice system. It's so much fun.
So I finally have dice for them.
Good, because one of these days I'm going to run Force and Destiny, because that is a game that no one's touching. Everyone's playing Edge of
Yeah.
Empire, which is great, and Age of Rebellion, but no one plays
Eric.
Force and Destiny, which blows my mind.
Hey, Eric Campbell.
Yeah, you want to? Did you want to play Force and
now
Destiny?
I got
I have dice.
That's
so,
true, yeah.
So I can do that. So hang on. I need to read.
Are we offending all the Trekkies out there right now as we talk?
You sent me dice that I don't have, so thank you, my first
Piper's twin. I feel like I've heard that name here.
Whoa, it's just like the deja vu we just had.
Yeah.
Double deja vu.
Double so meta. Deja vu.
I'm not amused.
My nostrils flared
That
to the
pun hurts
utmost
my
degree.
cream.
Let me play the laugh track button. I definitely programmed it into the ship.
It wasn't Rue, so I couldn't like catch eyes with you and be like, make that freaking laugh.
Oh, yeah,
Because they wouldn't do that, and I'm very proud of myself.
it's fine. Sage is already probably gonna do it.
Well, as much as I love Star Wars, let's jump back into my
Let's go
favorite
back to being emotionally
sci-fi.
compromised. Awesome.
You can be sci-fi.
That's
Yeah.
a great thing about
You can love
Star Wars
Star Wars
versus
and
I
Star
know.
Trek.
Put the rainbow
Yes.
alert back up.
Is-
We
Yeah.
know both.
Yeah.
Real Trekkies know, like, to not be offended by that stuff because real Trekkies know that Star Trek is better. And real Star Wars fans know to not be offended because they also know that Star Wars is better. So, like, it's just this thing of, like, whatever you're into,
The debate.
you know that yours is the better thing.
Yeah.
So, no reason to be mad.
Right.
Both.
Yeah.
People
No.
never say.
I'm just gonna say my favorite piece of crossover art ever, because
Alex
there's been
Ross?
a lot. There's been a lot of Star Wars versus Star Trek. What is it? Science fiction versus science fantasy. All of this back and forth talk. My favorite piece of art I've seen ever is the gang from Star Wars on the deck of the Death Star trying to get back to the Millennium Falcon, trying to fend off stormtroopers, and beaming in next to them is Kirk and Spock with phasers shooting at the stormtroopers.
Yeah, because there's Klingons there too.
Yeah, it
That's
was
Alex
so
Ross.
rad,
It
and
is.
they like looking at each other like, "What?" And they were just like, "It was so much fun." Like, why have we never seen that synergy before? It's
know.
so much fun. It was really cool.
Versus science fantasy and science fiction versus space western.
Here we go. That's Firefly. No. We're not doing this.
Here we go.
We're not doing this.
Get back to the game.
We're gonna get back to Star Trek.
My emotional compromise. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I gotta get to our castle,
Gonna
everybody.
set
Let's go.
Chat
I will
on
say
fire.
this: in the future, when everything is owned by one giant corporation,
Once Disney
like
has
Wally,
purchased,
but before
What future? What are you talking about?
But before our society collapses, we will see a Star Wars, Star Trek mashup like movies.
I will
We'll
play
see a
the
bunch-
Kingdom
That's what
Hearts
fans are for.
25, in which you get to visit both of those worlds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts 25 for the
And then-
PlayStation 9.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Doctor Who's already done a crossover to Star Trek, and it worked brilliantly.
It was good.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump back in with a quick fun fact. Did you know that the Borg were inspired by the Cybermen?
Yeah.
Did you guys
That
know
makes sense.
Which
And
is
yes.
which is why the episode where the Borg first appeared was called Q Who. Because the writers of Star Trek are huge Doctor Who fans.
Nerds are nerds. Nerds at 11.
Anyway, all right, so let's get back into this.
I need to refill my pencil.
You got to refill?
Oh my God.
Okay,
This is like the
timestamp
third
this.
in the oh no, I've had to do this before,
Refilling.
but I just grab a handful at a time.
So the doors to the captain's ready room slide open, and yeah, Rue is sitting on the cot. Their crutches have been thrown across the room and have clattered to the ground. You don't know when that happened, but Rue looks a little pale, and with that same look on their face that you saw the first time they had an episode.
It wasn't a hallucination. It wasn't a dissociation. It was, it was a memory. I remember this place, and I don't know why, and I shouldn't, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
Do you mind?
Please.
And as I perform the basic scan, which I would like to begin with, I do want to make sort of Trill physiology is one of the greatest wonders of this universe. I'm sorry to say that means I will need your help.
Go ahead and make your reason medicine check, and you can use your xenobiology. The difficulty here is 3. This is going to be.
Oh, let's take more. Yeah.
Out of idle curiosity, what's a composure roll in
An extra
Star
dice?
Trek?
I would say that would be presence command.
Great. I'm not going to take momentum for this.
Okay. Considering Rue's emotional states, and
Yep.
this being the second time, I'll set the difficulty also at 3.
Awesome.
So this is going to be difficult.
I don't
for
have a
both of you.
composure focus
challenging,
anymore,
I should
Al.
say. I would say 3 is pretty challenging, 4 would be straight up difficult, and 5 is freaking hard. So we're at 3 right now.
Yeah,
successes.
unless I get a 1, this is actually impossible.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, so go ahead and make your roll, and Throlo, go ahead and make yours for the medicine check.
Did you spend one?
Nope.
Okay.
That would be a 0. Oh,
Okay.
composure.
There's so Rue on top of like running the scan, Dr. Shasiros, as you're reading the data coming across the tricorder, what'd you get?
Only 3.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. 3 successes. You got it? Okay, so
Should I
as
re-roll one of these? Or, I've got it.
as the wave patterns are coming across, you're scanning the life forms. You're scanning the biological, the real-time scan of what their system is doing right now. You're glancing up from your tricorder, and you're noticing you've never seen Rue look like this before. This doesn't look like a commander that you've served with. This looks like somebody who's experiencing a complete loss of control and vulnerability. In other words, Throlo, Rue looks terrified right now.
And that I have seen before. Not on Rue.
Not on Rue, yes. You've seen, and everything in your tricorder reading is indicating that Rue is going through what could charitably be described as a full-blown panic attack. The symbiont also seems to be suffering from stress, as it too seems to be experiencing everything that's happening right now. If you didn't know any better, I mean, you don't have a lot. Again, the complexity of trill physiology. If you didn't know any better, though, you would say the symbiont too. Of course, not that surprising, but the symbiont itself seems to be suffering from anxiety as well from the events.
Commander Rue? What are the defensive capabilities of this ship?
Shields. We have photon torpedoes, phaser arrays. We have a tractor beam at close range.
What are the advantages against a bird of prey? Where do we outclass them?
We're bigger than they are. We're faster than they are. We should run almost every time. Their warp capability is only 8. It's 9.8 if they use the slingshot effect. Our highest speed is 9.975. We want to take shots at them as we blow past their engagement window.
Which of our departments do you think are best prepared for the challenges we face in this asteroid field?
Our sensors by far. We have the finest sensor technicians and the finest pilot, and she is right. I can't be trusted. Oh God, they're gonna send me away. They're gonna send me back. Oh God, I can't.
That we do not know. That's all ahead of us.
Would you like to spend any momentum to ask any questions?
What did I get from my basic scan?
What I
Just
told
the
you.
panic attack.
That they're going into a full-blown panic attack, and that they're experiencing some sort of emotional distress right now. Biologically, there's nothing wrong with them.
Please tell
Do
me
you
you
wanna know
found
anything
something.
else?
Please tell me you can fix this. God, I can't keep doing this. This can't keep happening.
Now, remember, I think as a medical officer, do you get one for free?
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
That I know of.
I know Talon gets that. For
Yes,
being
studious.
so-
Yeah, she gets that.
Yeah. But I think also as a bridge position, she gets that.
As a science officer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but go ahead and if you want to spend momentum here. What was that roll for?
That was a complicated. Oh, I wanted to see how that composure was going, and we got a 20.
Huh, okay.
Oh, this is delicious.
I'll take that. Thank you for that.
Oh no.
Just,
I'd like to spend that right back into being completely inconsolable and freaking out.
Okay. I'm gonna bank it, but I'm gonna say,
All right, fine.
yeah. No. The
Okay.
effect will. I mean, this is more narrative. It's not gonna unless actually. No, you know what? I will spend that.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll
do
just
it.
enact it instead of banking it.
Do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Go. What you got?
Nothing. It's just Rue. Rue is sliding deeper and deeper, not into panic, but it's starting to become borderline mania. And you can tell that they're actually not hearing you right now as you're asking the questions. The only time you've seen things like this, it's similar to when you've seen people lose limbs and they're going into shock. Or they're just either staring straight ahead or they're talking to you and they're actually have no, it's like, it's a PTSD system where it's like they don't even know it's happened or what they're saying. They have no memory of what they're doing. their body is just reacting right now.
Rue, Commander Rue?
I've got it. Ow! Rue tries to get up and can't because their crutches are across their. And
Yeah, it almost looks like Rue is forgetting what their body is and is not capable of doing at this moment with their crutches across the room.
I'm going to gently help Rue stay seated. Commander Rue? Commander Janelle Rue of the Sally Ride? Captain Martinez.
You are literally turning out the lights in your quarters as you get the message coming up.
Please tell me it's the heart-shaped jammies though.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
What
you.
I have is I have little jammies of Kirk's Enterprise.
Yes!
Just a bunch of little patterns.
And sitting across, like next to your bed, is the piece of the Enterprise that you were allowed to keep.
Yes, of course.
And you're just staring at it as you lay down.
So I kind of sigh and go, I grab my comm badge and I say, Martinez here.
This is Dr. Shishiros. We have a situation with Commander Rue in your ready room.
What's going on? Are they okay?
They can't hear me. I'm not sure if it's safe to move them without their awareness. They could probably pretty effectively resist any attempt to move them, so I'd like to request a beam down to sickbay.
Site transport? Yeah, request granted. Okay.
I've never seen them like this.
I'll go ahead and take care of it. I'll meet you in sickbay. Martinez out. Martinez to Jeff.
There's a beat. What? Yes, Captain?
You're off duty, right? Who's on duty right now? Is it Chief Wren? We're all off duty, right?
Yes, sir. But we have. What can I do for you?
You know what? Just stay back asleep. Martinez out. Martinez to engineering.
Yes, Captain.
We're going to need a site-to-site transport. Commander Rue in my ready room on the bridge to medbay, please.
All right, Ox Crew. One of y'all is about to beam Commander Janelle Rue to the sickbay, along with Dr. Tholo Shasiros.
They better not be inside out when you're done.
These do not kill everybody. If we're going to sign onto the Discord and be like, sorry guys, we actually killed everyone yesterday.
Like the ship was
Sorry.
the end.
I'm gonna walk. How heavy are your crutches?
I was really wondering if someone remembered. Super, super light.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're actually, as you pick them up, Throlo, are you going to grab them?
Yeah.
Okay, picking them up, you're like, oh. As you heft them up, they're weighted in a certain way, and you're beginning to realize why Rue is able to do the things that they do. They are weapons for sure, as much as they are crutches. You could probably hold one with one finger, and they would balance perfectly on both sides. They're weighted on one end.
So much.
You're also seeing lines, these sort of like, much like this little setup I got going here, but you see like little lines of light, very thin, going down to the bottom, where there's probably some kind of power conduit built inside of these things, meaning they're probably capable of discharging energy if they need it.
What?
Who put that in there?
They've got Thor's hammers? That's awesome.
Don't look at me. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. Maybe.
When did I put those in there?
I definitely did not
Do we
mess
pimp?
with Rue's
It's like the
crutches.
pimp your ride. Like pimp my crutches.
And then the blue
You
glow.
can't hear me, but I'm telling you everything is going to be fine.
Hello, I am Kadak, and welcome to Pimp My Crutches. Today, we will arm their crutches with photon torpedoes.
Photon torpedoes.
Holy cow.
Rue just has photon torpedo crutches. I can see it.
Oh no.
Photon torpedo nunchucks. Okay,
You
sorry.
use those, right? Those are
Pure
photon torpedo
insanity.
stuff.
Okay.
All right, so beaming to sick bay. You arrive just as you see a few of the other nurse crew coming in for the next shift, and Matazi getting ready to leave for the night. And as you beam in, Rue beaming in immediately to the medical bed, Matazi stops and says, "Doctor."
God, no!
The nurses immediately rush over to Rue. And what the nurses immediately rush over to Rue, and they don't hold you down, Rue. but you do feel like gentle hands on you, like around your shoulders. One of the nurses gets shoved back, and they do not come back.
I'm fighting.
over.
I'll roll to attack.
No. The moment you shove them back, they immediately disengage. But
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Matazi says, "Would you like me to restrain them, Doctor?"
Your name is Commander Janelle Rue. You're the Chief of Security aboard the USS Sally Ride?
Looking across the room as she's saying this to you, there's a man standing behind her.
Oh! That's him. He's right there. He's right behind you.
Matazi looks and computer, who else is in sickbay? And the computer lists everybody in sickbay. Nobody by the description. You don't hear Rue. There's a man standing behind Dr. Throlo. He has sort of angular features. He's wearing all black, sort of a glossy black uniform, no rank, and a Starfleet insignia on his chest. And there are trill dots going down the side of his face, and he's looking at you.
Who are you? Tell me who you are! I'm gonna try to start walking, fall, and start trying to army crawl toward him.
Rue, full on, dives off the side of the bed and hits hard on the ground. Matazi just goes, "Doctor?"
We can't let them injure themselves. Commander Rue!
Who are you? Tell me who you are.
Describe the nature of the security threat.
If there's a man standing behind you, unknown to this ship, Starfleet insignia, not a member of our crew. Identify yourself.
So this is what you hear. You hear nothing. Rue doesn't say any of that. Instead, Rue just... it looks like
Did Rue say did I hear the part about there's a man?
Mm-mm. You heard the man part.
Okay.
But when you ask what's the nature of the security threat, as Rue is shouting out all of the descriptions, you're hearing Rue choking on their words. And Rue, as you're shouting it out, you just see him just shake his head and say nothing.
Point of interest. A good while ago, Throlo asked me to write down a description.
Mm-hmm.
Did that by chance come up blank?
No.
So
it did not.
The written description's there.
Mm-hmm. You have a written description of him.
Interesting.
And this is where I'm going to ask for the DM's sort of help in being my medical officer
Yeah, fire away.
But I would like to wait to the precise moment when it looks as if Rue may be at a physical risk.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you now. That's actually happened. Rue has thrown themselves with abandon off the medical bed and is crawling.
What I'm saying
so
is
the risk already
I'm about to try to what?
Yeah.
The risk already happened.
No, you've as a doctor, you've definitely crossed the threshold where the patient is a danger to themselves.
Yeah.
Rue is clearly hallucinating and is not acting within the confines of any physical self-preservation right now. It looks like they're in full-blown panic mode.
I'd like to take a point of stress damage for funsies.
For funsies?
From that fall.
Well, I would definitely say that you've got a bloody nose from impact.
Wonderful.
You did not land that at all.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
That was a nice little tumble off the edge there. And
in that case,
Matazi's waiting for your order.
Is going in with a hypo spray.
Matazi has a hypo.
As soon as we lose sort of verbal function, like when you just made that transition from "there's a man there" to sounding like you might be choking and threw yourself on the ground and started, I'm gonna.
Matazi nods. You don't see Matazi coming. You are in tunnel vision right now. You see this man looking at you. You're aware that people are moving next to you, but they're so unimportant.
If there's someone coming into my space, I'd like to make an attempt for it because I want to try to keep talking to him. I don't want to black out.
Sure. No, you're going to keep talking to him.
Who are you? Tell me who you are.
There's a hypo spray in your neck. And everyone else begins to fade away. The room begins to go completely dark. You watch Rue, the hypo spray works pretty fast, and Matazi ready.
Catches them.
Well, Rue's actually on the ground on their elbows doing a military crawl, and Matazi squats down. You notice that Matazi, as he squats down, takes a very wide stance and uses that cat-like agility and balance I mean, it would take a full-on football charge to knock them off their feet as they kind of hunker down, preparing for the worst, and then quickly injects the hypospray, and Rue goes out like a light. Rue, it's just you and this man. There's darkness all around you. And he's standing before you with his hands crossed, and he says, I didn't expect you to remember the location of the station. The door only swings one way. How did you do that?
You've been messing with my mind. You've been putting my ship in danger.
Your ship. Our mind.
I sent encrypted communication codes to a pirate.
Yes, he was very useful.
I could get drummed out of Starfleet for that.
I'll see to it that you don't.
How the hell are you doing that? It's in record. They all saw it. They saw footage.
They saw footage, but not everything's in record. And he moves over and squats down next to you and he says, I'm not your enemy, Janelle.
I don't have control over you, and you put my ship at risk. You're my enemy.
I'm not trying to take control. I'm trying to protect you.
I can protect myself just fine. I've been doing it my whole life.
There are other things in play now. Things that are happening outside the Sally Ride that you don't know about, that I remember. And if you can access those memories, then you and I can work together.
I shouldn't have memories in the first place. I was the first. That was the whole point of choosing me.
No, you are the second. I am the first. They tried to silence me. But those nanites, those clever little nanites, they opened the doors back up again.
All right. Tell me who you are.
My name is Dryden. I work for an organization called Section 13. We are not on the record. We work behind Starfleet intelligence.
When were you joined to the Rue Symbiont?
I'm not going to have that kind of time.
You're inside of my mind. You have all of the time in the world.
No, this is still your play. I only get to visit. But you can access me if you look hard enough.
How?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
And overtaking me?
What's that?
And overtaking me? That's
Only
one
if
of your
you
tricks
let me.
too.
No, only if you let me.
I didn't let you. Trust me, I would never do that. They have to know I would never do that.
You have heard all of the stories. Trill, though joining, it's never been an honest organization. Section 31. Section 31 would like to know that the memories are intact, and I need to get in touch with them. Can you help me?
What memories do you have that they need?
He glances up, and you begin to feel disorientation, and he says, I think our time is up.
For now.
If you go to that communications array, you can't let the Klingon know where it is. It's vital to the security of the Federation.
I understand. This is not over.
No. He stands up. Are you all right, Commander? Do you understand me?
You're in my head. Nothing about this is all right.
Matazi looks at you as he gets the answer to his question and then says, "Commander, I'm not in your head. I'm next to the medical bed. Are you all right?" And sure enough, there is a pair of deep blue cat eyes looking down at you. You are restrained on the medical bed. Comfortable, but restrained. And you are surrounded by Martinez, Throlo, and Matazi, who are looking at you with deep concern on their faces. Your face hurts, like someone punched you. Your legs are also not very happy with you right now, and neither are most of the muscles in your upper body. You're not sure exactly what's happened, but it feels like someone threw you into a dryer.
Did I punch Q?
Matazi,
Punch back.
you see a twitch of whiskers on Matazi's face, and he says, "I have a feeling they're coming back."
What?
Commander Rue?
What happened?
31, section 31. I called it 13.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Everybody, you got it.
I was like, there's two?
My God!
Yeah.
I had that for a moment, but I was like, no.
that's
Those numbers.
I think
We're
you said
good.
31.
31.
You said 31 the
Yeah,
second
you
time.
switched
it.
Yeah,
I
it's all
switched.
good.
I
We all
switched.
know
I
what
was
we
like,
meant.
dyslexic. It's words.
Yeah, dyscalculia.
It's section 31 and omega 13. That's
what it is.
That device.
Yeah.
That's
Omega
the
13
confusion.
device, yeah.
Yes, which totally is on our side.
an omega 13 device? Ixnay. Sorry.
Matazi just says, Matazi leans back and kind of nods to the two of you to give senior staff some space and returns over to the medical desk.
Janelle, do you remember anything that just happened?
I can answer that for you.
How long were they out?
Yeah.
Not really.
God.
Someone was here. Someone else was here. But you're not sure.
How long were they out?
Now can I do the
From being
console
lifted
by
onto the bed,
myself?
restrained, and then vital signs stabilized with a sedative, and then brought back to, it's been about 20 minutes.
So all I remember is the Federation outpost?
That is still in your mind. You know that there is a secret Federation outpost that only Starfleet intelligence knows about that's in this asteroid field. It hasn't. You don't know how you know this either, but you do know that that Starfleet lost contact with it a year ago. But that supposedly it's still here somewhere. And if it's near the coordinates, I mean, the asteroid field did shift, but it's entirely possible, since it all shifted at the same time, that it's just a minor course adjustment to find out where it is. It also occurs to you that one of the reasons why that clicks is because if it's an intelligence satellite that's been planted here in the asteroid field, that means it has the capacity to transmit outside of a Klingon
Yeah, jamming.
jamming. Yeah.
Yep.
Commander Rue, I have a very important question for you.
Doctor.
How are the pillows in sickbay?
I like them a little less fluffy.
I will make a note.
No. I don't intend on coming back.
I will make a note anyway. Welcome back.
How long was I out?
Only about 20 minutes. Do you remember anything?
What do I remember? The ready room.
You remember throwing your crutches across the room and laying down to go to bed, and then having the realization that you were having a memory, calling Throlo. That's about it.
I must have passed out?
Do you remember calling me?
Yes. What happened?
You said you were having another of the experiences you recalled.
No?
Right. If there's anything that you remember, or if you feel it coming on again, no one knows themselves like you do. Thank you for calling.
I'm sorry if I... Did I hurt anyone?
You gave yourself a bit of a bump on the noggin.
Wasn't using it anyway.
That's just never been true.
The occasional headbutt. Can I... not?
How do you feel?
I could probably use a kick on that neurostim in my spine, but other than that, I'm okay.
Absolutely. I work on that and loosen the restraints. Do I need to roll for that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a simple thing. But about this point, Kadaka, is you have realizing that the cushion was not easy to remove, you have taken out, you've torn out the cushioning of the bed so you could lay flat on a metal surface. And putting the cushions off to the side, you're laying down, trying to get comfortable in this human federation excuse of a bed. These quarters are just way too comfortable. But as you're kind of nestling in, you hear, as you're closing your eyes, your transponder going off. Something you completely forgot. Like, everyone in Klingon intelligence has like an alert transponder that will activate if they've gone missing, or to try to locate them, or to activate communication. But it's essentially an active communication channel.
You're like the captain. It's fine.
And you hear it going off in your armor. You're just sliding inside of your armor.
I pull it out. Try to turn it off.
Turns off.
Query, whoever's at tactical, would they get a signal going to or
It's
from?
Possible.
Could my
Transmissions
tactical
would have been
boys,
monitored. What's that?
could whoever's on tack, can we give them a roll?
I can roll for it.
Tactical
Yeah.
boys?
Yeah, I'm a tactical boy. Like, Zeed's probably up right now.
Oh. No.
Hilarious. Oh, Sally Ride assists on it though, right?
Yeah, but I had to succeed at the roll.
Lol. Zeed!
To be fair, it's a Klingon intelligence communication device, so the difficulty wasn't exactly easy, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, you deactivate it. Turns off. You're not sure how long that was going off because you were rustling around, but it couldn't have been more than a few moments.
Right.
So.
We'll see. Could be enough.
All right. So, quick question as we advance the scene, which we're going to take away a momentum. I need to know who finally went to bed and how long until they finally went to sleep. Now,
much time
Rue,
has
I'm going to
passed?
assume you were given a sedative and knocked the hell out after all that episode. Is that correct?
Or I was out for 20 minutes, I was told.
You were out for 20 minutes.
I think he's asking what happens now.
Here's the
That's
thing.
the doctor's call and not mine.
Then that's what I'm asking. I need to know. I just want to know who got a full night's sleep. Who was able to get some rest.
So after the incident in sickbay, you're saying we have the next 8 hours to declare whether we're sleeping or not.
You don't really have 8 hours anymore. That's kind of what I'm
none
asking.
of us got the full night's sleep, did we?
Well, that's not true. Jiv is sleeping soundly.
Okay.
And Ren went straight to bed.
I went straight to bed with a nice cocktail of caffeine and sleeping aids, so
and
who knows?
As far as I know, Sage also went straight to bed.
I did go straight to bed, but I woke up early because I was gonna go down to the holodeck where Commander Rue would be doing like their morning drills to meet up because I figured I know that I'm gonna fly, but I figured if I could meet up with them early, we could get started on the console. But they weren't there.
Yeah. So we're gonna cut to the next scene. Is gonna be next morning when shift is coming back on and everyone's gathering for the morning briefing.
I probably got like 4 hours of sleep.
Okay. Little on the sleep side.
Sorry, Captain.
Doc decided to sleep in the hallway because that was the only like
in your
hard
quarters, the hall,
surface.
like the hall leading into
No,
the
no,
bedroom?
like outside of his quarters.
Yeah.
Okay, the security was probably
Yeah, there's actually a specific memo that's been going around about
Everyone trips over Kadak on the way.
There's a whole thing about this. I'm sure you know about.
As I wake up early to go find Commander Rue, I'm like along the wall trying to get around him. Like, what the hell?
Can I ask, can any of the security who would have flagged that,
Can they have a creative idea to just rig up a holodeck to just make it feel like Kronos, and then you would be able to sleep? Like,
Trying to make
could
him
we
feel
do
at
that?
home.
Put him in the Targ program. Puppy Targ.
I mean, if you have that kind of time, they can do it. But
They have their shift.
His sleep is not a priority. No offense. We have a lot on our plate right now.
but yeah, morning briefing. You guys show up into the.
Am I invited?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
Did you keep me in sickbay overnight for observation?
I asked you to stay for observation. How hard did you protest?
I think.
I just said with one of those smiles I got, I said, I'd like to keep you here for observation until the morning.
Will you stay?
Of course.
Thank you, Doctor.
No luck on those pillows yet, though. It'll take time.
I could
I
try
tried.
replicating some, Doctor, if you prefer.
We'll look into it.
Thank you.
Matazi walks as Matazi's leaving. My people make the best pillows. As he walks away.
Infused with catnip.
That's racist.
So
drug-filled pillow.
here we are in the officers' galley. You all are meeting in the morning, or the officers' room. Yeah, you guys meeting up for the briefing.
Rue's not early.
Yeah, Rue is not early. The pencil and paper are not laid out for you all as you enter the room.
Yeah, I'm the first one here, and it's like, wait,
But Rue
what?
does enter the room eventually. You all gather and are presented with the morning briefing report of activity that took place last night. The Klingon bird of prey is still at station's keeping.
Good.
Has not shown any signs. There was some slight maneuvering taking place last night, apparently.
Sorry.
Probably trying to, I mean, from 6 light years away, even with Sally's sensor suite, it's hard to pick up the minutia of exactly what the maneuvers were. However, it looks like the Klingon bird of prey may have been sort of dipping their toe in the water a little bit.
Oh. Trying to come into
But-
the pool.
Still at station keeping and on a parallel course with the Sally ride.
They haven't warped out. That's the important thing.
That's true. So we've got, 11 and a half days to go of this?
I hate this asteroid field.
So, and so Jiv is sitting there looking at the screen and just says, you know what really bugs me about this? Is that while she's sitting out there in her bird of prey watching us, I mean, she could be telling the whole Klingon Empire where we are. That's what bugs me about this.
Yeah.
Nothing to be done at this point.
Yeah.
Fastest
right.
way out is through.
And like the commander said before, the point is to get to that neutral zone so that we can have some backup. If worse comes to worse.
There's a man sitting at the end of the table. His feet are kicked up onto it, and he's eating grapes. And he says, and when are you going to the neutral zone? You've certainly done an excellent job of sitting in place all day.
Yeah, we're just all like.
He tosses the empty grapes aside and says, well, I'm not going to learn anything from the pull if you're just going to sit still, Captain.
Captain?
You're the one that disturbed my dinner. Demand answers.
You brought your dinner with you, didn't you? You finished it, didn't you?
What about breakfast?
Rue pops one crutch into
What is
low
your
red.
game, sir?
Oh, fine. You want breakfast. He waves his hand and bowls and bowls and bowls of gawk fill the entire room. The entire
Yeah,
table.
I'm
The
just start
stench
gagging.
immediately enters everybody's nose as gawk appears everywhere.
This room has never smelled better.
Happy, vulgar Klingon. Eat your gawk.
Your presence won't sedate me, sir. I want answers.
Well, are you going to make a run for the neutral zone or not? I don't have all day.
If you're so impatient, Q, you could move us there. If it benefits you somehow for us to journey through these stars, for you to get some sort of information or data about this pull, you could move us there.
You're the captain of a science vessel. You, of all people, know what it's like to hamper or interfere with a science experiment.
You don't care. You don't care about that. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Is this your psychological diagnosis?
No games, man.
No games?
No.
Then why aren't you moving? I'm waiting.
I've got a job. And I'm working within my limits, my human limits. You live above that. You're up here. And you're concerned about the pull, which concerns me greatly, because if you don't know what the hell's going on, what chance do we have? Unless you're lying, which is probably likely because, let me just check all of Starfleet files, you always lie, so...
Not always. Captain, I'm here because I need to find out more information about the pool. I need more data, as you like to say. And I'm not going to find out if the Sally Ride is just sitting in place.
And if we move, we could well be smashed up against the rocks. We nearly were last time, if not for
Wait a minute.
pilot.
Don't you have a capable crew?
We've been moving. We've been moving through this asteroid field.
Not fast enough, Captain. Nothing's happening, and I'm not learning enough.
We don't know what provokes it. We don't know that our speed has any effect. It's happened when we're stationary.
If you're not learning enough, we could always teach you about hand-to-hand combat.
Q just smiles at you. He doesn't answer, he just smiles. Says, you remind me of... Well, no, you remind me of every Klingon.
So what's the end goal? You learn more about the pull, you take this information back to the Continuum for study, to ensure that this thing is not a threat to your existence,
It's
or...
quite simple, Captain. There's a celestial event taking place that the Continuum doesn't fully understand just yet, and the Sally Ride is at the center of it.
Why do they care to? Is the Continuum in danger? I'm confused.
In danger?
I thought you lived in a different plane of existence, right? Anything that happens in this universe is not...
Listening to your tiny mind trying to comprehend the Continuum is incredibly entertaining, but unfortunately not pertinent.
If you don't know who's causing it, it means there's a player in the game who can act on a level that impresses you, and you don't know who that player is.
I wouldn't go so far as to say impress, but certainly make curious.
Speaking of curious, what do I feel coming from this being in front of me?
Ah,
I'm
okay.
waiting for my inside check, but you go take yours.
Amusement, mild irritation, and as Martinez has put out, you feel... if you didn't know any better, you would say the taste of sprinkles is in the back of your mouth. Maybe like candy sprinkles.
Okay.
Cotton candy? Is that cotton candy?
Mixed with gah. Oh,
yeah, it's a,
First it's blueberries,
and
now
you
it's
begin to
sprinkles.
realize
Gina.
that Q is looking at you as these tastes begin to flood into your tongue. Did you need something?
I can't help it.
All right,
I'm sorry.
Q, focus. Leave my crew alone, okay? Leave them alone. You don't get to do this. You don't get to just do this. You don't get
Don't
to...
I?
You don't get to... No, you don't. You don't
Really?
get to come down and mess with us ants and wield this incredible, awesome power without a shred of responsibility. You do not get to mess with us.
That's odd. I'm almost certain I do, Captain.
No, you don't.
Really?
If you want anything from us, you have to help us. You have to show that your species is worth a shit, because up to this point, you haven't. And if this is something that's too far beyond our mind to comprehend, then leave. What are you doing? Leave us be. But if you need something from us, then move your ass and put us in the neutral zone, tell us where Voyager is, if it in fact still exists and it's fine, and do something of value. I refuse to believe that such an advanced species hasn't understood, by this point, the values of compassion, of protecting the impossibly rare concept of life in the universe, and instead you wield your massive power like a petulant child because you're bored. You don't understand things like love, relationships. I do not buy it. If you're down here messing with us, then help us be better us so that we can teach you how to be better you. Otherwise, leave.
Oh no, keep going. This was delightful.
Okay. Rue, you can punch him now if you want.
I see that I'm going to have to exert some stimuli into the situation.
No.
You can do whatever you want, man. You can blink us out of existence or leave us the hell alone. It doesn't matter.
Rue has gotten up, by the way, and sort of guarded around Mala.
Okay. Q says, well, very well. I wasn't going to interfere. I was trying to throw something a little into the mix and be a little more subtle about it. But since you're so easy to provoke and stubborn to move... He vanishes.
Oh.
That didn't sound good. That didn't sound good.
I strongly dislike that man.
You're not the only one, Doctor.
That's when you all realize
He also
that
made me
Shiv
taste things
is
without my
looking up
approval.
from underneath the table as Q has disappeared.
I put my hand on his shoulder because I was just as freaked out, but just not fast enough to get out of the table.
He's just looking like
You're
he's
fine.
got this what the fuck look on his face.
Get up,
like,
Jiff. You're fine.
No, I'm fine.
It's okay. He's not going to be able to do anything to you from behind that thing, or he'll be able to do everything to you. It doesn't make a
You
difference.
hear a
It doesn't
beep and you
matter.
hear an alert. Again, the alert. Captain to the bridge.
Seriously?
Senior staff to the bridge.
All
I have
right.
so many questions.
All right,
go.
let's go. Could
Business
be
as
the pole.
usual. Business as usual.
Move.
All right.
Okay.
So I run
You
down.
okay? Yeah.
Everyone hurrying out
Remind
of
me
the room.
never to eat sprinkles ever again.
Sprinkles.
Is the Gok
It's
still
long
in the
story.
Goram room?
No, it vanished when he did. Right out of your fingers. Kadak.
Did it vanish out of your stomach too? Are you still hungry?
Hungry now. What happened?
No, even worse. It was satisfying and you got it taken away from you.
Commander Rue, I suggest we come up with some sort of choreographed plan the next time we see him and use our skills to subdue him.
Stand by me at auxiliary tactical. We'll develop a grapple and gun punch.
Medically, I cannot recommend eating food provided by whimsical gods.
Ensign, what do you got for us? What's happening?
Talon immediately
Scan
rushes
me,
over to
make
the
sure
side
I'm
station
okay.
and you some buttons and Captain, and she inches it up on the view screen, and you see a tactical layout of the asteroid field, and you watch as asteroids begin to part and separate and form a corridor, and just you watch as the asteroids begin to open a straight path
You have got
to the
be kidding me.
Bachwi.
You have got
6 light years.
To the who? To the
6 light years straight to the Klingon bird of prey.
Captain.
Just gonna
Treat him like a god. Don't treat him.
I raced and take the
Oh
seat.
god.
Captain orders.
We're still on red alert at shields up, right?
Yes, but you do watch the Bachwi begin to turn. Does not go to red alert though. You don't detect, the Sally Ride is not detecting weapon systems being powered up, but she is coming about. A pocket has also begun to grow around the Sally Ride. It's almost like asteroids are being, it's like a balloon inflating and the asteroids are all being forced away.
And we're being forced away so that we meet this Klingon, not so that we have a straight shot to the neutral zone.
No,
correct?
No, so the Klingons
essentially
have a
the
straight shot to
asteroid,
us?
the asteroid field is getting actually a little bit denser as
Sure,
it is.
of
the
course
asteroids
it
are
is.
being formed
Yes.
away.
It is.
But there is a full-on corridor opened up between you and this bird of prey now.
They could basically just warp to us.
She's 2 days
A
from
small-
us at maximum warp for a bird of prey.
Still.
Fantastic.
What happened
Can
to
we-
the not making him
Unless he
angry plan?
decides.
To change it.
Yeah.
Can we hail them from here?
Yes, absolutely.
We really got to figure out a way to put him in timeout.
Ensign,
If you can figure out how to put an omnipotent being in timeout,
This might be a really good way to prove that we have a queue. Do we? I mean, that's pretty magical.
Right, but
whose
they
side
consider
is he
that-
on?
Exactly. It looks like
It
they have a
appears
queue.
neither. Oh,
Ensign, open a channel, hail the
Perhaps they
buckwheat.
do.
Hailing.
Would you like to hide?
Yes.
They respond.
oh boy.
You move
Captain-
past.
I move out of the camera and camera.
Okay.
Camera angle.
You step,
Exit
step away
stage
from.
left.
Yeah, you can step away from the field of view.
Yeah.
So there's some static as the asteroid field opens up, and you see coming up on screen. There she is, Kamak. Looks a little different from the last time you saw her. She's shaved her head. Still has some of the scars.
why are you doing this to me, Eric Campbell?
Looks a little different. Looks a little bemused.
There's a good kind of pencil snap?
That's
it's
that's a different kind of frustration.
Still the same umbrella.
She appears on screen and says, "Ah, Captain, we're talking now.
Captain Kamak, good to see you.
Good to see you, Captain. This is an awfully long way from the safety corridor."
You may have noticed, but an impossible thing just happened.
We did notice that, yes. We also noticed an entire asteroid field move precisely 700 kilometers.
That one was actually Well, that's another story. But the asteroid splitting is what I'm referring to right now, Captain. I regret to inform you that this Federation vessel has been visited by a member of the Q Continuum. And unfortunately, whether you like it or not, you have been roped into some sort of cosmic game. I'm not completely familiar with the Empire's procedures for dealing with a member of the Continuum, but I am telling you this, Captain. If you approach us with an intent to engage, we will defend ourselves. And I don't want that. As you know, while we were in Klingon territory, the Empire declared war. We don't want to be at war with you. This vessel doesn't want to be at war with you. We had a mission to head to the neutral zone and then the...
Captain, I'm going to stop you right there.
Sure.
I'm not here for you.
Who are you here for?
She says, I am here for some good classical Klingon revenge. There's a ship called the Kavath, or rather the Dochron, captained by a man named Kavath. He's hunting you.
That's your uncle, isn't it?
No. No, not related.
Kevin.
Gavath is Gavath is someone you've never heard of
Okay,
before.
cool.
I'm here for him, Captain. I'm here for him.
So what are you saying, Captain? Do we have your word that you will not engage this Federation vessel?
There is no honor in attacking a pathetic science vessel, Captain.
Yes, we're pathetic, yes.
You see Jiv, you see the clenched jaw, the rage of a Tellarite.
I do that off-screen snap thing.
Ooh. The big meaty fist of Jiv is just clenching, but he keeps himself in check.
How did this Klingon vessel wrong you, Captain?
It's a house matter, Captain.
This captain. I understand.
But he's here.
Where's here?
He's cloaked.
Cloaked. He's been in the asteroid belt or the asteroid field for several days trying to get to you.
Cloaked?
Holy
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Yes. Cloaked.
So he's stupid.
They have a good pilot.
I made the mistake of thinking he was a fool.
Captain, I have more bad news. This member of the Q Continuum is fully aware of your existence, but not only that, another member of the Empire who has aided us in our past, an ally, and he's mentioned him by name. His name is Kadak. And I worry that this Q may bring him into this cosmic game at some point as well. Are you familiar with this Klingon, Captain? Kadak.
Kadak, son of Javek?
Yes.
Yes, I know him.
And has he wronged you in any way, or?
You see in the background on her bridge, one of the Klingons with a big smile on his face turns and looks in her direction, and you just see her say, I know him, Captain.
When you say I know him, does that mean you want to kill him, or you are acquainted with him?
Klingon relationships are complicated. Who's to say one is different from the other? Why do you ask?
Like I said, I have a bad feeling about this. I worry that Kadak is going to be brought into this somehow, including...
Kadak is Klingon intelligence, Captain. It's very unlikely you will ever encounter him.
It's true, he is. He is very good at his job.
He is very good at what he does.
All right, well, maybe I wanted to warn you, Captain, that if this Q could interfere with your lives and your missions, then he could be doing the same thing to Kadak, and I'm loyal to my allies, even if they're former allies of mine, that's all.
I see. Well, what now?
I have an opportunity to swim past you, as it were, on my way to freedom. But I have to trust that you won't attack us.
I'm not here for you, Captain. You are bait as far as I'm concerned. I had hoped that you would beeline to me, but I understand why you wouldn't. I wouldn't have fallen for that either.
My only concern is I don't want any loss of life. Not on my hands, not if I can help it. Can I ask of one last thing of you?
Ask.
Your word as a Klingon that you will not attack us.
There is no honor in attacking a science vessel of your make.
Do I have your word, Captain?
If Klingon word is good enough for you, Captain, then
It is.
yes, you have it.
It's more than good enough, because along with that comes honor, so I thank you.
Sir, if she wants to come toward her quarry, as we go toward her,
I can maybe help you get to your target faster. I'm going to set a course to warp right by you. Down this alleyway that we've just been afforded.
Very well.
Both may try to follow. And there's no loss of life, sir, if his engines are shot out and
You,
he has
as
to
you're
call
in
for aid.
mid-sentence, Rue, you see the screen suddenly static as she lurches forward, and you hear alarms blaring, and you hear Talon go, "Her ship has been hit, Captain." And she brings it up on view screen, and at full magnification, you see 2 Klingon bird of preys decloaking off for her port and opening fire on her vessel.
Looks like
You
she has
see
something.
all the explosions taking place on the bridge as she rocks forward and starts shouting orders in Klingon, and the transmission cuts off.
Captain, you must help her. Please.
They travel in threes often enough. She might have been double-crossed
By her own.
by whoever was with her. Clearly not her own. We go now, if for no other reason, to get out this corridor.
Yeah, you're right. Set a course to intercept.
We're gonna.
Ensign.
I have a question though, but isn't towards her the opposite direction of the neutral zone?
It's parallel.
Perpendicular?
Perpendicular, yes.
Yeah, perpendicular, which
Poop out?
is
Got
good
it.
for us anyway because it's the fastest way out of
Got it.
this asteroid field, which, for those following, I hate.
Yeah.
Sam hates the
You
asteroid
love
field,
it though,
everybody.
right? This is your favorite place.
Only in that, like,
On opposite.
kiss or kill, like,
Mirror
stab or
universe.
mate
Got it,
kind of thing
yeah.
that's an ongoing theme on this show.
Yep.
Mostly stab, way less
Have a
mate.
goatee.
So what
Not
y'all
way I
doing?
want to get rocks off.
So what are y'all doing?
I'm listening to the
Ensign,
captain.
Set a course. What was that, Chief Ren?
You all right?
Hi, Captain.
Having a lot of feelings and tastes. I'm just not okay.
Ren's like, I'm having a day over here.
So warp 7, he said.
Yep, that's
That would take us at least a day and a half to get there, right?
way more than that.
Yeah,
At super duper max, if we can't quite hit super duper maximum warp.
Oh yeah, we can.
No, just because we can't do 9.975 for more than 12 hours, and it is 17 hours to get out of a 6 light year corridor. So,
We're not gonna make it to them in time then. Is there anything we can do at this distance to help her?
No.
No.
Anyone want to piss off a petulant god?
You can make a run for it.
Let's run at the fastest speed we can for as long as we can and see if the fickle godling is interested in what we have to do. Talon, sensors like your life depends on it. If there's anything we can do, if the pull hits us in an asteroid field while we're at warp, we're dead. Anything we can have to have forewarning to drop out of warp will mean the difference between life and death.
We will not be interfered with by the pull. I'll see to it.
Thank you, Lieutenant Commander. Maximum warp, Ensign.
Hi, Captain.
The
Hey,
nacelles
someone hit the
go
laugh
up.
track. Just kidding. No.
Sally Banks and the moment you enter warp, you hear and the ship begins to shimmy.
Something's wrong.
Everyone.
Sage, you watch as you jump warp 9, warp 9.5. You start entering trans warp speeds.
Captain, this is not me. Captain?
You hear Jiv going, Captain, the warp core cannot take this, and you see the power levels going
Disengage.
Everyone, you watch as your hands are beginning to blur in front of you. Like, almost like you were about to enter a wormhole.
Take us out of warp, Jiv.
Boy, this is not how we do science, Q.
Sally Ride drops out of warp. And I need you to make a control engineering check.
Yep.
As all of the systems begin
Taking
to drop
one.
offline.
Yep.
And you guys come out of warp right in front of the action. And about 2,000 kilometers dead ahead is a battle between 3 Klingon bird of preys.
Captain, I'm a good pilot, but I am not that good.
Status report.
Today you are.
3 successes.
How many?
3.
Okay.
What does that mean, Chief Ren? 3 successes of what?
Hold on. I'm not revealing the difficulty on this one.
I asked for a status report, damn it.
I'm working on it, Captain.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
My hands disappeared for a minute. Just give me a second.
Okay. So the systems fluctuate, but you manage to actually... Everything begins to stabilize. The lights on the bridge flicker for a moment as everything comes back online. And Kadak, you see on the view screen 2 birds of prey attacking her Kamak's ship. She's engaged in invasive action and is actually battling both of them. Smart person would run, but she looks like she's turned right into the wind. And you guys come out. Systems go. Everything restores and is back online.
We're back online.
They are currently at extreme range.
We're gonna help them, right?
Set a course engine. We're flying in there. Commander, I want you to target those other birds of prey and help this captain as best we can.
Kadak, do you know Federation weapon systems at all?
What was the difficulty?
Would I? Probably.
Yeah. They're not as satisfying as the cannons on a Klingon
the job
warship,
done.
but
Right.
phaser arrays are very precise, which is not bad.
I do.
Man auxiliary
was-
tactical.
What was the difficulty,
What was the difficulty for my roll?
Engineering roll.
Oh, it was exactly 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So you hit
So
it.
we did lose 1 momentum. Yeah. I was seeing if you're
Yeah.
getting more.
You guys ready?
For what?
Here we go.
We are now in combat.
You are now in ship combat.
Oi.
She literally picked you up like a ball and threw you at the conflict.
Great.
Indeed.
We keep doing this right at the end.
Yeah.
We have to stop meeting like this.
We have to stop meeting like this. All right, guys. So, do y'all have your... Real quick,
Always.
does everyone have their sheets that tells you what abilities you can act at your bridge stations? If not, it's totally fine. Paper shuffling, paper shuffling.
I also.
We're getting ready for battle.
I got it. I'm sorry, I get really excited.
All right.
About to maneuver.
At extreme range, you could technically
Yeah, I
open
think
fire here, but it's the possibility of hitting is not particularly easy. However, Sally Ride is going to get to go first.
Okay.
Jason,
Okay.
you may or may not have all of those. That's just a copy of Rue's sheet.
Okay.
Okay. Who on the Sally Ride would like to go first?
I'm flying in.
Okay, so then
right?
you are going to use your action to actually move you guys from extreme to long range. Is that correct?
We could use rather than we could use warp to move 2 or more zones, which would move us from extreme to medium. It has a power requirement equal to the number of zones moved.
True. On the other hand, if you want to move 1 zone, you can make a helm check at difficulty 0 and generate momentum. It's up to you.
It's a slightly higher difficulty. I can probably still make the shot.
Not evasive action, right? We don't need to do that yet.
No, we're not doing that.
Not yet.
Yet. We could always bounce back to you if we needed to, but.
Kadak, Klingon birds of prey, especially Burrell class, really, they're only particularly effective up close, which is why they were known for their ambush tactics. They're an older brand of bird of prey.
Yeah.
They have Klingon disruptor cannons, which are deadly,
Yeah, but they're short range.
only particularly deadly at close range.
Okay. Bring us into long range. We're gonna. Sir, with permission.
Nope, this is, this is totally your...
I'm the tactical officer. I don't want to give orders. I'm not the captain of this ship in this universe.
So what's up?
I got assimilated. I met out with a lady and then I was a robot.
I'm a real board. It was the best day ever.
I'm a Star Trek.
I'd like to try to, for Talon to scan the ships for weakness after you've moved in.
Okay.
And then we can start taking pot shots.
Moving in.
From at a slightly higher difficulty.
All right.
But
Make
they would
daring.
have a real hard time hitting us.
All right, so then make your daring con roll. Difficulty
right.
is 0.
Great.
Aided by ships.
Navigation, yeah.
So -1.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Grooves.
you get?
2 successes.
2 successes. That's going to be 2 generated momentum.
Yep. And 1 for Sally.
3.
All right, cool.
3 momentum. Full up.
You are now
Let's
at
do this.
long range as
I
you
knew my
begin to
daring
close
would
in.
eventually come in handy.
Okay. Unless you keep initiative, I'm going to hand the turn over to one of them.
I can do
we
it
have a
any time I like within the first round.
So the first round, yeah. She is going to take an action.
Yeah.
It's going to be her
Let's
action.
hand it over.
All right, cool. Here we go. Okay, cool. So, she is currently engaged in a full-on slugfest with 2 birds of prey. She is dramatically outgunned. Let's see how she does with this. Yay, stats. Okay. So what I'm going to roll here, I'm going to rule here that she is an ally. So if she ever wants to do things like keep initiative, she's going to be burning your momentum. So if you want her to keep initiative, I'll let you guys tell me. But otherwise, I'm not going to burn your momentum.
Yes.
And we are we are
Okay.
Yeah, we're full.
Well, we are full. We're maxed out on momentum.
Okay, so spend 2 momentum and she'll keep the initiative.
Now we're down to 4.
Now we're down to 4.
She's not going to get the bonus of lining up the shot, but she is going to open fire. Let's see how this goes.
What was her first action?
Her first action, I didn't declare it, but her first action, she was essentially using, I forget what the official word is, but it's to reduce the difficulty
Okay.
of her next attack. It's the opposite of evasive action. Oh, attack pattern.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was using an attack pattern to lock onto one of these targets. And apparently she didn't really need
Nope.
it was just to make it easier. 2, 4,
Did she
6.
generate
Did she get it? Yeah, did she give us momentum?
No, she only just hit
Oh,
the difficulty here against the, okay.
then it's a good thing she did that.
Okay, so she returns fire on one of these and actually does some minor damage to the ship's shields.
Yeah.
Okay, she's opened fire. You see disruptor shots coming out of her cannons that strikes the belly of one of these birds of prey. It's passing over the top of her vessel. Sally Ride is gone. She is gone. Now it's going to be them. So one of their actions is second bird of prey is going to move into close range with her. Yeah, I will say this. None of the birds of prey look like they're particularly interested in you guys. It looks like they're more interested in focusing fire on her.
One assumes, yeah.
I don't think they assumed that we get here this fast.
Yeah,
No,
you
it's
literally,
physically
to them, you guys appeared out of freaking nowhere.
Confetti!
They
Q-power.
may not have actually expended like
Q-drive.
scanner attention to
Spin
notice that
threat.
I swear, if you kill my freaking
Spinning threats.
Also, I'm fine with being the kid with glasses who shows up in the playground like, "Hey guys, stop fighting!" And the Klingons are like, "I'm not gonna punch a kid with glasses. Look at these nerds. Look at these nerds doing science."
These science
Ooh.
scientists.
When secretly,
Okay.
we know karate.
That hurt. She takes a few strikes to her starboard side.
Oh no.
Her shields drop by about 3 points on that attack. So her shields are down to about 75%.
We gotta do something.
Yeah, we're working.
All right, that was their action.
All right,
It is now
that's
passing back to the Sally Ride. So who would like to go?
Talon.
Talon?
For weakness.
All right, Talon. Do you want to roll for Talon?
Yep.
Go ahead and make the roll, because you've got her character sheet, yeah?
I
Come on, Lisa.
right. Let me just check. real
Unless you want me to.
Watching.
It's up to you.
Florida.
Oh, I just
She might
need
be-
to check what her.
She might be in chat. We're not sure.
She was in chat earlier.
She was in there earlier. Yeah.
She was in chat earlier.
She liked my
I know,
hair.
right? I should tell her to roll.
What'd you get?
Write your roll in chat.
5 successes.
Text one.
Oh, cool.
I don't suppose you haven't. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
Reason science. Haha, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, her reason
Scan for
science is
weakness?
outrageous.
Yeah. We're gonna pop a momentum in for her.
Okay.
For another die.
Reason is, oh my god, her reason science is
We are
ridiculous.
down to 3.
Shockingly.
So you need to roll a 17 or lower.
Does she? Let's see.
Oh, that's definitely 3 successes. But hold.
Yeah, it's 3 successes. Does she get any focuses related to using
For
scanners?
using science on a science ship?
Not here, no.
Because this is battle.
Okay, that milestone, Elisa. We're gonna have to talk about your focuses.
We're gonna have to talk about that.
We have to talk about your
more.
focuses.
So,
be
okay.
great.
So the difficulty for this, I believe, was 2.
The difficulty for this is 3.
It's 3. Okay, so she hits
but
it,
now
but
using
Sally
the
gets to roll.
sensors.
Yep, Sally gets to roll on this.
Yeah. Oh, true.
But doesn't that
someone
lower
else
the
has to roll for
difficulty
me?
to 1?
Sure, what is it?
For her.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Sage brings up a good point.
Yeah.
It reduces difficulty by 1, so that's going to generate 1 momentum anyway.
Yeah.
We're back to 4.
All right, so go
Someone
ahead.
please roll sensor
Got
security.
it. What am I rolling? Just 1?
Yes, one
one
sensor
die.
security,
Chief Ren is on it.
which is.
I've got it.
12
or
yes.
under.
Sensor security.
What is our range right now?
Right now
We're
you're
at
at
long
long
range.
range.
It's 2 beyond close.
12.
It is 2 beyond close, 1 beyond medium, which is optimal for our phasers, which I'm a pew pew with.
Yeah, right now y'all are at full impulse charging into battle.
We got the real pew pews right
No
here.
success from Sally.
Okay, so we
Okay, so you
remain.
generate 1 momentum, and you are going to find a weakness. Is that correct?
Yeah, we scanned for weakness, so that gave us piercing.
Okay, Bird of Prey 1 is the one that she struck, and Bird of Prey 2 is the one that struck her. Which one are you scanning?
Okay, is there any damage on 2?
No, there's no damage on 2. No.
And 1 is at medium range.
No, they're all
Relative
at,
to her?
They're all at no. They're relative to her. They are both at close range.
Great. I'm scanning Burrell 1.
Okay, Burrell 1 is the one that took the hit. It was the
Yeah,
one that was flying
exactly.
right over her. She
Yeah.
angled up and fired at the belly. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that'll do what? That's going to reduce its resistance, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will use my keep the initiative for free.
Spin those 2 momentum. Sally
Nope.
ride. No. Oh, that's right.
action.
You get to do this, don't you?
Yeah.
You get to do this once
That's
per
what-
round. Okay, cool.
I can only do it once in the first round of combat.
Okay, cool. This is the first round of combat, so you
Actually,
get to.
in the first round of any combat, you
Yeah.
and your allies may ignore the normal cost to keep the initiative.
Okay, so this is only the first. It's only the first round.
I should double check the rules in the book for that talent and make sure I got the language correct, because that should be that in the first round, keeping the initiatives free.
So basically, when
Okay, then that's right. That's
she
correct.
took
That sounds
the
about right.
initiative,
Yeah.
the Klingon captain,
Right.
We shouldn't have spent the 2.
No. This will only apply to the Sally ride. Because
Oh, because it said allies
Okay.
too.
No,
So-
this is Sam's ability.
Got it.
Yeah.
So this
Okay,
is only
that's
gonna.
fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
This is only gonna apply to Sally.
Love
So all right, so you get to do this free. Don't spend momentum.
I do.
What would you like to do?
Pew,
You want
pew.
Kadak to shoot something?
Pew, 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 pew.
My turn.
Pew,
You're
pew,
gonna
pew.
fire.
Yeah, because we have Sally
that's
Ride
right.
has tactical and also auxiliary tactical.
Cool. So then you can assist on this.
I will.
All right, and you
Well,
have.
I'm
Fire.
certainly going to have him also do, because we have tacticals
Sure.
within a round.
And
I
I'm
can
gonna say
assist
this.
on this and fire as well.
Right, that's why we're.
Yeah, essentially you guys are working together at
We'll
fire
assist
control.
her. Grooves! Oh, we're having a party. We're having a flashy
Kadak,
party.
if you look at your character sheet, you'll see that you have Starship Tactics as part of your focuses. That's
saw
going to
that.
give
Yep.
you a focus here.
All right.
Right.
All right. So let's go ahead and make your roll.
Yep, I will.
Difficulty 2. No, you're at long range. So well, what are you firing?
So it'll be.
It'll be phasers?
I'm firing. Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be difficulty 3.
Yeah.
Um,
3.
Are we using
So-
sensors?
Huh?
Are we using sensors?
No, this is fire control.
Control security.
I would take an extra die, yeah, then.
What's that? Oh yeah, if you want to burn an extra die, it's up to you.
That's certainly happening.
Yeah.
I'm taking one
We're down
for
to
my
3
cautious.
momentum.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do this.
3 dice. Go ahead and make the roll. Sally is going to assist as you open fire with forward phasers. And Kadak, you are going to roll your.
No, someone else will also roll for Sally.
Kadak,
And
you're
it will
going to
do-
roll your insight plus security.
So you roll. Does he roll 2 or 1? Just 1? One dice?
He's going to roll 1 die. But I'm allowing your Starship Tactics to function here. So if you roll a 14 or lower, you succeed. But if you roll a 5 or lower, you crit.
Okay.
Good luck, man.
So, difficulty is 3. And then the Sally, of course, is going to be making her roll. Who's rolling for Sally Ride?
I can still.
All right, cool.
What am I rolling?
Do it here. You are rolling. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Did you roll good?
He rolled a 5.
Glad one of us done.
So you're going to be rolling weapons plus
Security.
security. That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weapons plus security for the Sally
Take a
Ride.
moment. Yeah, make a bad face.
Sally's not geared
This
for
is not
combat. She is a
Audacity.
science vessel. Yeah, this is not Audacity.
The audacity of no.
I miss the other ship sheet.
That's very good. I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
However, you reduced the resistance of this vessel by how many? 1?
2.
2. By 2?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Whoa.
2 of the target's shield strength perfect rolled.
All right. What'd you get? Sally's not helping. All right. How many successes did you get?
4.
2,
4.
4.
You generated momentum. You All right. You open fire. The phaser strike. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes, which on our ship is again
Just-
not as fun as
just
Audacity.
But Sam, just in place of Eliza, in case you weren't already going to take it into account, which you probably were, you get +1 damage for each bonus D20 you purchased on that attack as a result of your scan for weakness.
Could you repeat that, please? I didn't parse.
Sorry. The scan for weakness, this success, means that you now get, we now get +1 damage for each bonus D20 that you purchased on that attack.
So we
addition
just
to
rolled
the
one
one
die.
damage.
So we got +1
Good,
damage already.
because it makes me really.
I don't think Sam has
I
enough
miss
dice.
Audacity.
So I'm just gonna say this:
I really miss
reducing the resistance of a Braille class bird of prey by 2
Fracking crucial.
is
for each effect
harsh.
you are about to roll, right?
Braille bird of plays are
Yeah.
scout class vessels, and reducing its resistance by 2 is a harsh move. So it's not, and you're striking the one that she's already hit.
They got that in there, yeah. Psych. It's probably real good. Probably real good.
Tell me what you get.
Nah,
Do you get any
don't.
effects going off on that or anything?
1.
One effect.
We're doing spread on this one.
Okay. You're activating spread, so you're gonna hit.
Yeah, we're doing spread.
Okay.
So spread 1. So 1. 9 damage.
9 damage.
Ignoring 2 resistance.
So we just
And,
just way to destroy the
And 2
Oh.
bonus momentum.
I cannot. It is a rank file NPC ship, so I cannot spend threat to shrug off that injury. So Sally Ride causes a hull breach.
Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah, Sally
and
Ryder, don't fuck
so-
around. Sally Ryder die.
Wow, that is a lot of damage.
And then because it was spread,
Who's got a hole? You got a hole.
inflict
So to give
1
you guys.
additional hit to a random system.
Okay, so let me roll this.
Life support.
So here's.
So rounding up.
Okay.
So another 5 to another system.
Okay, so I'm going to roll that then. So to give you guys an idea, ship combat functions much the same way as ground combat, which means if you do 5 or more damage in a single hit after a strike, it's an injury to the ship. You guys hit 9, and you reduced its resistance by 2. So that means it just took 8 points of damage.
Oh man.
And I cannot burn threat to shrug that off. So you see an explosion on the side of this bird of prey as you destroy its shields in one strike of Sally Ride, as multiple phaser arrays
Shit.
strike out from long range.
Captain?
Where did you find that?
It was under the helm.
So,
It
the
appears
first
like
system.
the
Power for that?
What's that?
I'll mark off a power for that.
Actually, if you lose power, don't
yeah,
you roll a
Sally
d6?
gets- Sally gets-
so roll
Sally
a d
gets
because you have an advanced warp core. Sally Ride doesn't. So because Sally Ride has an advanced warp core, anytime you spin power, you can roll a d6, and if you roll an effect, you get the power back.
We didn't get on.
You didn't get power back. However, you just struck it in the engines, causing damage.
5 damage to the engine.
You just damaged their engines, and you hit a secondary system. So let's
Yes.
roll to see what
Great.
that was.
Life support, life support, life
That
support.
is the structure. So it's
Oh,
going to
okay,
take.
cool.
All right.
Oh, that ship got a hold.
Wow. That got their attention.
You got their attention?
Surprise! They're
Oh, yeah.
here.
Hey, guess what?
What's up?
I must protect my ship and its crew.
Okay.
Termination.
All right.
New task.
What are you doing?
That again.
Can you attack twice in one round?
With determination.
You can do it in twice. Okay.
Yeah, I only get to go twice per round for any reason at all,
If you burn determination.
but I burn determination to do that. So I can't do that and then do a swift task or anything like
Wait,
that.
are we gonna kill
But I
them?
do get 2 attacks.
You're right. Determination actually lets you lets you get around that rule. So you're gonna order the Sally Ride to attack again, but I believe it's at a +1 difficulty, correct?
No,
Oh,
that's the swift task
This
with
would have been
the
a swift task. Right.
Yep.
Maybe
But you
This
didn't
is
burn
just
any.
the one where once I'm blowing my daily
Okay.
to blow the barrel.
Okay.
Should we
Not let chat.
So what would you like to fire? You're still at long range.
Are we gonna kill them? Should we aim for the other one? Or I guess we're just gonna.
It's up to you.
I'm hitting the same one again.
Okay, then I'm rewarding
Because
myself threat.
it
We
can
need
keep-
to dismantle
Why?
the ship.
Because are you?
Oh, is it out?
It's not out, but you've the ship at this point. You would be causing this. This would be a killing action.
Does it have capacity to attack?
It still has the capacity to attack. Its shields have been completely down, and it suffered 2 hull breaches.
But it can still hurt someone.
It sure can.
But we'll kill it. That if we hit it again, we'll kill them, right?
Huh?
If we hit that again like that, it
No, we'll
will
hit
get
the
destroyed.
other. Here's what we'll do. We'll hit the other one.
Okay.
And Komaka, and if we get their engines, Komaka and I will leave, and they'll have to call for help, and it'll be dishonorable as fuck.
They can explain why they got smacked around.
I also
Yeah, so
like,
we're doing that.
I also like the idea of if we had to, maybe we can let Kadak do the finishing blow because we're sitting here like taking out
It's
his
true.
people, and I would rather.
Well,
As
that
this-
might put him in a position.
As this bird of prey has passed over her vessel,
Pass it.
You put me in a position.
you see the shadow of this bird of prey passing over her vessel. The Sally Ride strikes the belly as it's banking off, and you watch as the shields collapse, and you see the decompressions as force fields activate, but you watch as an explosion that happens on the left side of this Klingon bird of prey, and the engines begin to trail plasma. The second bird of prey, however, is coming about and is preparing to fire. So you're attacking that one as well?
Yeah, I'm attacking Burrell too.
Okay. I'm not going to let Kadak assist on this.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, because this is going to be pushing your limit. So I'm going to, but the Sally Ride, of course, will aid here.
Is there anything I can do to help by flying in a way?
Yes,
Great.
I'll allow that.
Okay. Oh,
Or
what about ramming speed?
actually,
no.
no, you don't want to do that. That's an
No.
action.
it's
But
a-
actually, what I'm going to rule here, though, Sage, is I'm not going to let you assist because you took an action to move us closer.
Okay.
So if somebody
just
else wants to
chilling.
come up with a reason, yeah. Otherwise, we're just going to roll
You
here.
want to be just like a cool supportive person, Captain?
Yeah, I'll just go and do a roo and like put my hand on their shoulder.
that's adorable.
and be like,
oh,
you
I
got
want
this.
That. I want that so much.
But I can't do that because I
Yeah, I was
can't
gonna
just
say, you
leave
leave
the
helm?
helm. I'm like, hey, someone else fly for a second. I'm just gonna go and be supportive. I'm doing that in my mind.
I got a question. If I
Yeah.
tried to use one of my abilities here, direct, would that work with Commander Rue's like second follow-up
No, we could
task?
do
or-
that for him later, though.
Okay.
If we wanted to just keep pew-pewing.
All right.
But I don't get more than 2 in a round, and I'm using it on determination.
I'm just sitting back impressed at this right now. I'm just like, cool.
All right.
Anybody?
All right. So I need somebody. We need to do
Anybody want to
something.
be my homie?
I mean, yeah.
Do you want to try?
Yeah. Do you need, like, I'm confused by what actually, how I'm helping.
We just need someone. Rue's
to
asking if
come-
anybody wants to make the assist here.
You need to
Yeah.
come up with a reason to assist.
So it's easy for you.
I mean, I can be rerouting power to weapons.
That's what I was going to say.
That's
If
what I
Rue
mean.
wants to
Perfect.
If Rue wants to hit a second time, you can just reroute some power. We can just say
Yeah.
narratively.
Give her some juice.
So then that's going to be your rationale for doing this then?
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm going to say.
Because I have an actual power management like role that I can do.
Rad.
But it's a task, so that's why I was wondering.
Don't worry about this. Is more of a narrative thing.
Okay.
So we just need to
Amy, you can
rationalize
roll
how
for
it is you're
Sally.
assisting. So I'm going to say make a.
It's a control engineering or a daring engineering, but
I'm going to say make a daring engineering check.
okay.
Daring engineering check. And Rue, go ahead and make your roll.
Am I rolling 1 or 2?
I would
One.
like
It's
One
an
with an
assist, yeah.
assist.
to
Okay.
have
We
more
got it.
than. I would like to have 2 dice on this, so 3 momentum down. Are we all cool with that? Sure. Because
Now the difficulty increases by 1, correct? Because you're attacking again. I mean, you're getting your second task because of the determination, but you're
not-
attacking twice, so the difficulty should increase by 1.
that's a swift task. That's the one that is the 2 momentum spend. It's
And
not
so
the
this is
determination.
immune to that?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's my daily, it doesn't get hard.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's a daily.
Make
I
your
only
roll.
get it once.
Let's do it.
All right.
Difficulties 2.
Guys, don't make me roll anymore.
Oh no, Gina. What'd you roll?
I mean, it's not bad. It's just still not a success. So
Did anyone roll for Sally?
Not yet.
I'll do it.
Go ahead. Come on, Gina.
That's a crit.
Yeah. See, there it is.
Thank you, guys.
We got 8
They knew they
successes.
offended me.
8 successes.
Successes.
Say it again, Sam.
We maxed out on momentum.
Successes.
All right.
Pew pew.
You were all worried.
All that.
I mean-
So that was 3 up, and then
8 successes. So go ahead and roll your damage.
5.
This one is
We
going to
have
get its
5
resistance.
left over. 5 moment. Oh no, wait. Because what was the difficulty?
Difficulty's 2.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
You're
we
firing
have
phasers?
2 bonus momentum. That we're gonna put into more damage.
3 bonus momentum, no? Difficulty 2, we got 8 successes. We have 6 things.
Yeah.
Load up to 3, we got an extra 3.
That's correct. Yeah, that's right.
Excellent.
And I bought 2 dice, so I get 1 more thing.
Roll
for
damage.
That weaknessy thing.
Wait.
That you
Apply
told-
to more than one attack?
No, it does not. And this is a different target.
I'm sorry.
That's disappointing. Cool. All right. Let's see. It's that, but I get 2 bonus from the bonus momentum. Please do good things. That was weird. Don't be weird. And
Okay.
let's see. I can do this on a ship, right? Let me just double check real quick.
Stand by.
Stand by.
Stand by for Sam.
Stand by.
This isn't like the scene in Star Trek where everything's now in slow motion, where it's really
I know.
dramatic, and they're doing
Activate
close-ups of people's
Ship
faces.
combat.
Omega
Yeah.
13.
Yep, I can totally do that. I will spend 1 momentum to re-roll through these damage dice.
Okay. Okay, better.
Okay.
Good.
We get
We got some 5s, we got a 6, we got some 2s.
yeah. So we get 2 effects on. I'm using spread again.
Okay. So what'd you get?
So that is also because we have versatile 2. That should be 4 bonus momentum if the attack is successful, which it was. Sweet. So 2, 4, 6, 8 with 2 effects.
That's what I got.
Cool.
So
All right.
8 and then 2 additional hits on random systems for 4
8.
each.
Damage.
I can spend momentum on this guy. So I'm going to shrug off that
You
breach.
don't have to, though, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's a solid strike
Oh.
on that bird of prey.
I'm very sorry.
What?
9.
9?
I missed this one, and it was a 1.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, shrugs that. You strike the shields pretty hard. The shields do drop to about half, 50%. And that's going to be it for its turn, or for your turn.
Yes.
Sally
That
does-
is our turn. Our
Sally
turn
does
is
pretty
done
good.
now.
Sally does pretty good.
We're like, hey, we're here.
That is literally all I can
Yeah,
do.
you shunt enough
brought
power into that
wine.
phaser strike, Ren.
Did I though?
Well, let me put it this way: when you shunt power into it, Sally is able to use that energy
Yeah.
to actually follow. Basically, you're actually able to. You're able to actually shunt enough power that the sensors are able to make it easier to target that vessel. Essentially, you have more computation going towards the trajectory of the vessel, and so that's how Sally was able to assist while you were trying to assist.
Yeah.
So then we will say it's
This is my
now
first
their
combat.
turn. Cool. Let's see, 2, 4. Oh, hold on one sec. Okay, I'm going to spend 2, 4, 6, 8.
Oh my god, that's a lot of threat.
Yeah, spend him down.
So
It's like the only time he's actually gotten to like really get into his magnificent pool.
And a third Klingon bird of prey will come
There
out
it
of
is.
warp.
Of course.
Ah.
That was gonna be my task. Finding that guy.
Third Klingon bird of prey will
need
come
to
out
make more.
of warp.
Maybe we can create advantage too, guys. Just we want to create advantage just for him.
Yeah.
That guy, we can like counter his nonsense too.
I will tell you guys that I
nonsense
just
with nonsense.
I will tell you guys that I burned almost all of my threat on that to make that happen.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, not all of it,
No,
but
I
damn
think
near all of
necessarily
it.
now, 'cause-
So a third bird
I've
of
been
prey
threat counting.
does come out of warp,
He starts at a random number.
but that is not going to be my
We
action.
and our allies can ignore cost to retain the initiative in our first round of combat.
Yeah, that's
cool.
what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
The ally, so we should have kept that 2 momentum that.
We'll know
the
that going
Klingon
forward.
took. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I assumed allies meant people on board the bridge, but I am classifying her as an ally, so I'm
Yeah,
down
she's
with it.
going
yeah.
out of our pool.
Yeah, I'll roll that. That's about right.
Awesome. So we'll just keep
alright.
keeping initiative, and she'll keep keeping initiative. For
Oh,
free.
oh.
I don't like the
That might be a good O for
I
us.
swear, Eric.
He's rolling the bad
All right.
guys right now.
Another few strikes on the shields, and a few moments later, you hear coming through the intercom as you're watching these birds of prey. 4 birds of prey now, all in combat as the Sally ride closes in. You notice that 2 of the birds of prey have noticed, and one of them, the one you just struck, begins to come about and turn towards the Sally ride, while the third one that just came out of warp is her wings fold down as she goes into attack posture and begins to close in on her vessel. Jiv looks at you and says, I'm going to be down in engineering. And he runs towards the turbo lift. And you hear through the comm.
Wake up, Zadis.
He says, yeah. And you hear through the comm, you go, this is Commander Kamak. They're boarding my vessel. I don't... Goes to static. As you see one of the birds of prey is beginning to pull up to the side of her vessel. They're engaging in a boarding action.
Oh, she gets home.
Do you want to help?
Beam me over there.
We can't do that from here. We have to do that from close.
You gonna go?
We gotta get closer, then we'd have to lower our
beam me over
shields
there?
too.
Yeah.
We'd have to time it out
From
perfectly.
long?
I'll start
Totally
charting
from
it.
long.
I could be beating things up this whole time?
No, because her shields are still up.
Yeah, our shields are still up and so are
Hers
theirs.
are down now.
Hers are down now. We can
Oh, that's
beam onto
right.
her ship.
She's lost her
I'll
shields.
plot it.
We can do it quick.
Do it.
Am I
Jiv.
just sending him?
Yes.
Okay.
Have fun storming the castle.
We've got you a replicated batleth. There we go.
Actually, if you look at your character sheet, you have both a disruptor pistol and a mechleth on you. But,
Ooh, Mechleth. Mechleth better than Batleth. Mechleth hype.
Hand-to-hand combat.
all right.
My man.
Have fun storming the bird of prey.
So let's make this a quick roll.
Blown up.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be an action to drop the shields.
Is
And
it
then-
our turn yet or no?
It's going to be your turn.
Okay.
What I love is that I had a
minor, right?
mechleth and a disruptor pistol while I was eating my dinner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's on me the whole time.
Relatable.
Shield. We got to speed this up. So,
Yeah.
it's going to be an action to drop your shields, and you're going to have to burn momentum to keep the initiative in order to beam somebody over.
Still the first round, isn't it?
Huh?
It's still the first round.
You only get that action once.
So what the language of it says is, during the first round of any combat, you and your allies may ignore the normal cost to retain the initiative.
That's for the full first round of combat?
That is what I'm reading during the first round of any combat.
What is the name of that trait?
Quick to action.
Okay.
Or quick. It only works for the first round.
Yeah.
When does this round of combat end?
When we have all gone.
When everyone on the Sally ride is gone.
Oh, crap.
Oh, when you guys have gone and when they have all gone. But
Yeah.
the scale difference is also
There's
coming
the
into
whole
play
thing
here
about
too.
that.
All right.
All right, so
Yeah, what do we
then
need to
in that
spend?
case you can do this.
Okay.
So an action to drop the shields
Is a minor action.
is yes, correct.
Oh,
And you get a
that's
minor
not part of
action
the
for
full
free.
thing.
If you want more, you have to spend. You're gonna have to spend at least 1 momentum here to raise the shields again.
But we can't bring them back in the same round.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay, in the same round?
A character may not raise and lower shields during the same round.
So our
Oh,
shields are gonna be down
literal
the whole
frack.
time. Oh, we can't do that.
Hey, Throlo, you're not the same character.
That's what I'm wondering about.
That's
It's
one of the ones that's on your
tactical
sheet,
only.
isn't it? Oh, it's tactical?
Well, this version of it in the book says tactical.
Does Ren get
only.
to rate
Do I get to?
Yeah. Because you're operations. This is what you
Yeah.
do.
This is what I do.
that's
I was
ops.
like, isn't this what I
Throlo
do?
also gets to do ops. Can she raise them again?
Yeah. That's an easy task. Raising and lowering shields does not require any particular type of training. And you are on the
Okay.
bridge during this action.
Cool. Yeah, let's
we,
do that.
we ruled
Okay.
that Throlo has a
Yep.
station on
And
the
this
bridge.
is
Right
assisted
side.
by Sally, sensors, and
Oh, what's the difficulty?
difficulty is 2, but there's a lot of problems because according to this, the difficulty gets raised if the target is not on a transporter pad and if the destination is not a transporter pad.
That's correct.
So this is gonna be a hard roll.
Make a roll.
Can I spend momentum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get.
I'm spending 2 momentum.
Could send him
3
to a transporter
to
pad.
give you
It's just
2
not
extra
waiting to
die.
receive it.
What's the difficulty?
Oh yeah, that's true. Go to the transporter pad.
Would that hinder us in any way?
No, it's actually, the rules specifically state that if you're leaving the bridge to go to somewhere else on the ship, it's just a move action. So during combat, we can say Kadak actually makes it down to the transporter room.
Minor action,
It's
change
not-
position.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
minor
so-
action to get, because the way it rationalizes it is all of this is happening and the phasers are flying and everything is
run
taking
around.
place. You guys have coordinated on the bridge a plan of attack, and while the combat is happening, you make it down to the transporter room.
All right.
So
how
I
many
will
extra
totally
dice?
rule.
One more
Do
dice,
you want
yeah.
3
He's in
or
the
do you want
transporter room.
4?
Yeah.
It says he'll arrive there at the start of his next turn, but we might be ignoring that for story reasons.
We are going to ignore that for story
Great,
reasons
cool.
because we're wrapping up.
Well,
the
you also
night.
Extra just in case we burn.
But I am going to need you
get
guys to spend 1 momentum because Jason's going to. I'm going to need Jason to spend that momentum in order to enact a minor action since he
Okay,
assisted.
so now we're down to
Awesome,
4.
sure.
Yeah.
We're down to 4 because I'm taking 1 to spend.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Down to 4.
Tell me what you get.
What am I assisting with?
Oh God!
What'd you get?
I just wish I had a focus on this.
Sally is going to get comms, computers, and engineering.
Computers engineering.
Sally's gonna roll. Sam's gonna roll on behalf of Sally.
14.
Computers and engineering.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Well, the complicated, the difficulty's 2.
Yeah.
And 1
Yeah.
from Sally.
Okay. So we're at 3.
Successes.
3 successes.
4 total. So
No,
we get
3.
No,
No. 3 total right
3
now.
total, so we get 1.
1 momentum back. All
Yeah,
right.
you're still good.
Okay.
Kadak,
I thought it was harder.
Yes.
you step up onto the transporter pad. A startled ensign watches you get up there, and they activate the transporter as the blue begins to fade and cloud your vision, and then all of a sudden it materializes, and you hear the blaring of alarms and there's smoke, and you see Klingons shouting at each other in Klingon, and you see her at the command chair immediately see you as you beam onto the bridge, and she looks at you and she goes, "Do I kill you or do I kill them?"
You kill them with me. Let's go.
"Take station." She stands up. "You have the bridge." You! And her security team, she grabs you and she says, "Don't destroy my ship this time." And then for a second, as she's this close to you, she just goes and takes in your scent for a minute, and then she shoves you back down into the captain's chair and pulls a disruptor and steps on.
I reluctantly ship it.
We have to stop there for tonight.
Perfect.
So next episode, we're going to pick up in the throes of ship combat.
5 momentum.
Nice.
Write it down.
5
So
momentum.
everyone write this down because we can't just drop it here. So we
boy.
will continue next game in the middle of a full-blown combat scenario, 4 Bird of Preys, and the Sally Ride, and a boarding action taking place.
Oh boy.
So thank you everybody for sticking with us. We started late, so we kind of went a little bit later, but got a little bit of taste of ship combat action. We'll be back next Monday nights. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and hailing frequencies are closed. Thanks for tuning in to Shield of Tomorrow. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. We'll be here every week with the ongoing adventures of the USS Sally Ride. New episodes air on Geek and Sundry Twitch and Alpha every Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you'd like to see more, you can start your free 30-day trial on projectalpha.com.